The private communication between Otsutsuki Kaguya and Black Zetsu really surprised Uzumaki Naruto. He really didn't think about such a problem. The Otsutsuki family can devour chakra to evolve. The most outrageous is Otsutsuki Kaguya, which is actually one with 10 tails. Exactly as Otsutsuki Kaguya said, Naruto's plan is nothing more than to use the strength of 10 tails to allow himself to absorb a more powerful chakra after becoming a 10 tails Jinchuriki. And in Uzumaki Naruto's heart, he absolutely cannot let the power of 10 tails really far exceed himself too much. Black Zetsu, you must be wondering why the 8 inner gates has no life effect on me. I, who may become 10 tails Jinchuriki, have also reached the point of immortality like Otsutsuki Kaguya. Uzumaki Naruto pretended not to be affected by the telepathy between Black Zetsu and Otsutsuki Kaguya, and continued walking towards Kaguya. Mother. Don't listen to his nonsense, at most he has the power of 10 tails in his body to become like this. Once the power of 10 tails leaves his body, he is still just an ordinary ninja. Even I guess, the 10 tails in his body can't gather into the shape of a rabbit. The shape of a rabbit? The audience in Beiming World was startled when they heard this. Only then did I recall that each tailed beast has a corresponding body shape. For example, 1 tail is a civet cat, and 2 tail is a cat. 9 tails are foxes. 10 tails, it seems that it is indeed a big white rabbit with a 9-hook jade reincarnation Sharingan on its forehead. Only Otsutsuki Kaguya was once affected by the white Naruto spiral shuriken because a 10 tails chakra in his body, and the rabbit form of 10 tails appeared at the moment of resonance rampage. Uchiha Obito and Uchiha Madara both failed to bring out the true form of 10 tails. Uchiha Madara. I didn't expect Otsutsuki Kaguya from the Koronaru world to be so smart, and Koronaru failed to fool her. Senju Tobirama. In our world, Kaguya is inexperienced in combat. I think she is similar in Hemming's world, but it does not mean that Kaguya has weak theoretical experience. If you come into contact with 10 tails, maybe no one is better than her understand better. Shimura Danzo. So Black Naruto is deflated. He wants to fool Black Zetsu and Otsutsuki Kaguya into telling each other that he is far superior to Kaguya, knocking them out of their minds. Jiraiya. That's impossible. Of course it would be better if we can use this kind of reason to keep them honest, but I think it is impossible for Himing to give up the initiative to others. Uzumaki Kushina. That child doesn't need it at all. Is now in his hands. Now that he has heard the purpose of Otsutsuki Kaguya's evolution, he must not let Otsutsuki Kaguya evolve. Namikaze Minato. Ahahaha. Yes, Kushina. Black Zetsu, cut. Isn't it just relying on Rinnegan's pupil technique? It's really boring, it's cheating. Otsutsuki Kaguya. Black Zetsu, don't say that. Insufficient strength means insufficient strength. We can't resist Black Ming Rinnegan's visit. Naturally, our current level is slightly lower than him. Black Zetsu. Mother, Black Naruto can visit your thoughts, who else in this universe can resist his pupil technique? Uchiha Madara. If anyone can resist Kuronaki, maybe the only one is the legendary Otsutsuki Shibai, but he is no longer in this dimension. Otsutsuki Kaguya. Maybe so. Rabbit form? Uzumaki Naruto was stunned again upon hearing this. As Otsutsuki Kaguya said, since the god tree was re-summoned, Tianwei's chakra has turned into 9-tailed beasts and exists in his body in a free state. Even if the divine tree is absorbed again, it is nothing more than opening the 9 Guyu reincarnation Sharingan between the foreheads. It does not bring everything together as Kaguya said. According to Uzumaki Naruto's speculation, in order to form a real 10 tails white rabbit in the body, chakra of the 9-tail beast in the fully opened bud must be reunited. This method of chakra fusion seems to be only possible for Otsutsuki Kaguya. However, Uzumaki Naruto doesn't really care about all this. As long as he wants to form 10 tails in the form of rabbits in his body, he only needs to reabsorb the mystery of opening the buds with the chakra of the 9-tailed beasts. He will absorb the sacred tree again, and the chakra of 10 tails will be completely integrated. Unfortunately, Uzumaki Naruto itself cannot absorb the whole 10 tails chakra as thoroughly as Otsutsuki Kaguya. Rabbit form? Uzumaki Naruto ponders for a moment. His own plan is to reseal Kaguya, and then let the sacred tree in his body absorb the tail beast chakra flowing out of Kaguya. Among them, even the second sacred tree. As long as Naruto wants to cooperate with Kaguya for the first time, he can form 10 tails in the form of a rabbit in his body. I'm giving you one last chance to consider, Otsutsuki Kaguya. Win-win cooperation with me, or choose to be completely sealed by me. Uzumaki Naruto curled his lips, and his voice became extremely low. The two are in the gravity space. Otsutsuki Kaguya was extremely uncomfortable being crushed. Reluctance. I lost, you are stronger than me. I agree with your request and choose to cooperate with you. Otsutsuki Kaguya simply responded to Naruto. Black Zetsu, on the other hand, kept silent. Uzumaki Naruto glanced at Black Zetsu, feeling quite contemptuous in his heart. What a stupid guy. If you don't stop him at this time, I'm afraid that others won't see that the two of you are acting. Black Zetsu. F*K. You have to mock me for this kind of thing? Uchiha Madara. He, you have to act to the end. The feeling of agreeing to surrender without saying a word like you is telling others that you have other plans in your heart. Senju Tobarama. So don't say that Black Ming relies purely on mind reading, or Black Zetsu, your acting skills are too bad. Wait until the moment Kaguya agrees. Uzumaki Naruto's eyes move slightly. The next moment, the force space will become the previous ball space. Impossible. Black Zetsu was shocked. Unexpectedly, Uzumaki Naruto still has so much chakra reserved in his body. Since you agree, let's meet outside in the ninja world. After Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking, he opened Wangchen Hirazaka, and walked in without looking back. Mother. After Uzumaki Naruto left, Black Zetsu dared to speak to Kaguya and said, you said he didn't reach the level of immortality, but he used 8 inner gates formation, which must die. Why didn't he die? There is also him who became the carrier, but he didn't die. Black Zetsu's words also surprised Kaguya. It stands to reason that no matter what secret art Uzumaki Naruto possesses, as a carrier for her to reproduce the ninja world, it is impossible to survive. I don't know now, but it doesn't matter, once I get evolution. All this is not a problem. At that time, I will definitely suck all the chakra in Uzumaki Naruto's body, so that he can no longer survive in this world. Ice and snow space. Wangchen Hirazaka reappears, and Uzumaki Naruto walks out of it slowly. But in the next second, the red steam on Uzumaki Naruto completely disappeared without a trace. His body also gradually collapsed. Sure enough, it is affected by the gravitational space, as it accelerated the side effects of the 8 inner gates. Naruto muttered to himself. Fortunately Otsutsuki Kaguya and Black Zetsu gave up. Leave a sentence, a gust of cold wind whizzes past. Uzumaki Naruto's body was suddenly blown to pieces by the cold wind. However, soon, a figure flashed past and landed on the land of the glacier. It is Uzumaki Naruto. Okay, now we can go and implement the plan with Otsutsuki Kaguya. This is Uzumaki Black Naruto's time travel, it's just terrifying. Even if he became 10 Tails Jinchuriki and opened the 9 Gyuyu reincarnation Sharingan. It's just that the tyrannical body and chakra enable it to exert more terrifying power and last longer. But in the end, it still couldn't escape the side effects of 8 inner gates formation. Uchiha Madara. I feel like Otsutsuki Kaguya is going to be blackmailed. Senju Tobarama. That will definitely be cheated. Onoki. Since Koronaru already knows that Otsutsuki Kaguya can use this transaction to obtain more power evolution, it is impossible for Koronaru to do as she wishes. Terumi Mei. Hey. Don't say anything, for Himing, they are all tools. Fourth Raikage. As strong as Otsutsuki Kaguya has followed in the footsteps of tool people, let alone as ordinary people. Uchiha Obito. If you want to blame this matter, you can blame Black Zetsu. If he doesn't want to let Otsutsuki Kaguya break the seal, Uzumaki Black Ming will not be able to get the power of Juguyu reincarnation Sharingan. After all, Black Zetsu is the biggest hero. Black Zetsu. Soon, Uzumaki Naruto returned to the ninja world. Otsutsuki Kaguya was waiting in the ninja continent early, and Black Zetsu, who had been hiding in her sleeve, also left Otsutsuki Kaguya at this time. Stand quietly beside her. Uzumaki Naruto, I would like to advise you before that. If you want to seal me again, you'd better find another place. The planetary devastation that can seal me is the existence that created the second moon, and now there is already a moon in the world. If there is another one, it will definitely bring disaster to this continent. Kaguya's reminder makes Uzumaki Naruto nod slightly. Then let's go back to the original ball space. After Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking, he looked at Black Zetsu. You just stay here and wait for me. I need your instructions on how to operate in a while. Cut. Black Zetsu glances at Naruto irritably. I am surprised why the mortals in front of me have so many weird secret arts.
Undead. How did he do it? Black Zetsu reluctantly nodded with suspicion, but looked at Kaguya and said, Master, you have suffered.
Otsutsuki Kaguya did not respond. Uzumaki Naruto reincarnated Sharingan Jitter, and appeared in the first ball space with Otsutsuki Kaguya again. The two did not say much, and Uzumaki Naruto immediately cast 6 paths planetary devastation. He actually knows this sealing technique. Feel a strong attraction. Otsutsuki Kaguya broke out in a cold sweat. Uzumaki Naruto in front of him didn't fool her. Damn guy. If you want to deal with him, you really have to make your own level go one step further. Kaguya muttered a few words in his heart. The 9 Gyuyu reincarnation Sharingan between the foreheads is slowly closing. However, Uzumaki Naruto looked at the tailed beast separated from the center of the huge moon-sized stone ball, and couldn't help frowning. No wonder Otsutsuki Kaguya was able to fuse all the tailed beast chakra with herself. During this sealing process, Otsutsuki Kaguya himself turned into a ghetto statue. Naruto. Just when Naruto was surprised, a familiar voice is heard next to the ear. Kurama. Naruto. 9 Tails ran towards Naruto excitedly. You succeeded. You let me out again. N. How did you turn into a head of white hair? Also, what is this place? Uzumaki Naruto didn't respond much, but stretched out his fist. Seeing this, 9 Tails quickly followed and lightly bumped his fist against Naruto's fist. Suddenly, everything between Uzumaki Naruto and Otsutsuki Kaguya was transmitted to 9 Tails via chakra. What? You actually made this kind of deal with Otsutsuki Kaguya? Knowing Uzumaki Naruto's plan, Rao 9 Tails was also stunned. When it conveyed all this to the other tailed beasts, all the tailed beasts were terrified. Hey. Shozuru leaned towards Naruto with his big belly. I said Uzumaki Naruto, you are playing too big. You actually want to use Otsutsuki Kaguya to double up 10 Tails chakra. You. Don't worry, I will still disperse the chakra of 10 Tails when the time comes, you are also free. Uzumaki Naruto's smile made the tailed beasts breathe a sigh of relief. Wait, Naruto. Arway seemed to think of something, and suddenly asked, since 10 Tails chakra can double the effect. When you disperse it, doesn't it mean that our chakra will all get the same multiple increase? Well, it's probably like this, Uzumaki Naruto said lightly. However, Shuhei suddenly made a sharp objection. I don't agree. You should redistribute the doubled 10 Tails chakra. Stupid civet cat. 9 Tails laughed out loud on the spot when he heard this. The only person in the world who can do this kind of thing is with the help of Naruto's magical secret technique. But the newborn god tree is to double the 10 Tails chakra by absorbing the chakra of our tailed beast. To put it simply, it is to bring together the different chakras of the 9 tailed beasts that we already have according to their corresponding attributes. For example, my chakra will be fused with my chakra, and yours can only be fused with your chakra. Do you understand? Shuhei heard the sound, and was even more arrogant and dissatisfied. Nonsense. Can I not understand? You just want to say that your original chakra will be more than ours. After multiplying, your chakra upper limit will become even more terrifying. Okay, Shuhei. 8 Tails Gyuki sighed. It's already very good to make us stronger, what else do you want? HMPH. The stinky tanuki is still here to earn money with me. What is there to earn? 9 Tails gave 1 tail a blank look. Wait until everything is over, until the ninja world is stable. We are all free, as long as you don't go crazy and destroy people's lives at will, you can do whatever you want. With Naruto here, no one dares to think about our tailed beasts. Shuhei. After all, it is the stinky fox who ultimately benefits. Matabi. Anyway, I don't particularly care about it. After all, the future ninja world can let me be free. Isofu. I agree. Sun Wukong. There is no need to argue about who has more chakra and who has less chakra. Kakuo. I think Kuro Ming is quite benevolent. Seiken. What do you mean? Duplicate name, Gyuki. You don't want to think about who has a good relationship with him among the tailed beasts. Naturally, it is Kurama. If he really redistributes chakra, I think he will be more partial than Sage of Six Paths. Kurama. That's right, raccoons. Then maybe you'll have even less chakra than now. Shozuru. This is all the result of Sage of Six Paths eccentricity. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Shokrane. Why did you say that? Shuzuru. If you let me have chakra of the stinky fox, the main character is Gaara. Gaara. Shuhei, if you have as many 9 tails chakra, I can't suppress you. The first plan went smoothly. Uzumaki Naruto called out the divine tree that he had absorbed before, and let the divine tree absorb all the tailed beasts that had been extracted from Kaguya's body. During the whole process, Uzumaki Naruto found that the trunk of the sacred tree became much thicker than before at a speed visible to the naked eye. Do you need me to summon the extra Gedo statue to the ninja world? Uzumaki Naruto looks at Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu shook his head. I can't use it. Now the conditions for summoning the mother are mature, and the newly born Gedo statue is not needed. Black Zetsu said in a low voice. He doesn't hide his resentment towards Uzumaki Naruto. Since the matter has long been revealed, there is no point in putting on a show. And the newly born Gedo statue absorbs double the tailed beast chakra, which will inevitably lead to collapse. If you want to ensure the smooth progress of things, you have to go through what we did before. It's not necessary. Black Zetsu walked slowly behind Uzumaki Naruto, and said calmly, Are you ready? Uzumaki Naruto nods. The next moment, a black hand popped out of his chest. This time, Uzumaki Naruto didn't feel any discomfort, not even a slight change in his body. Uchiha Madara. After Black Naruto absorbs the new sacred tree, the chakra in his body is indeed better than before, and it is even more terrifying. Senju Tobarama. That's true. I remember the first time Black Zetsu pulled out his heart. Although his body didn't swell into a ball, it was slightly swollen, but now he doesn't feel any discomfort at all. Under the influence of Black Zetsu, Uzumaki Naruto's body quickly became the vehicle in which Otsutsuki Kaguya appeared. When Naruto disappears, Otsutsuki Kaguya will appear instead. Unfortunately, in the next second, Uzumaki Naruto's voice came from high above. Feel your own chakra, has it doubled like I said? At least, Uzumaki Naruto can deeply feel that the chakra in his body is much stronger than before. However, he didn't come up. He knows that more power comes from 10 tails, and the Otsutsuki Kaguya in front of him is different from himself. The chakra in the opponent's body has literally doubled. Oh, Kaguya makes an intriguing sound. My lord mother. Black Zetsu stuck his head out of Kaguya's sleeve in a panic. How does it feel, mother? It feels very good. Kaguya didn't speak on the surface, but in private, he talked with Black Zetsu through spiritual communication. That Uzumaki Naruto really has a trick. He actually managed to double my chakra. Mother, since your chakra has actually been doubled, it stands to reason that it is already much more than Uzumaki Naruto. Black Zetsu glanced warily at Uzumaki Naruto high in the sky. I'm afraid that the other party will see the spiritual communication between him and Kaguya. I know what you mean, Black Zetsu. Kaguya said indifferently. You want me to fight him again. However, it really doesn't work now. Although he is different from me, as a 10 tails Jinchuriki, he can still cast the chakra of 10 tails in his body. The most important thing is that the 8 inner gates formation he uses can multiply its power dozens of times. If you want to defeat him, you must go beyond the current level and reach another height. The plan went well. Uzumaki Naruto listened to the whispers in the hearts of the two, but did not express anything. Just pretend that you don't know everything, and return to the original ball space with Otsutsuki Kaguya. Six Paths Planetary Devastation was cast again. This time, he found that the size of the Gedo statue was much larger than the previous golem. The second time, it was also very smooth. The 10 tails chakra in Uzumaki Naruto's body is 4 times as much as before, and he has also absorbed a lot of 10 tails power. As for Otsutsuki Kaguya, who was unsealed again, there was a trace of excitement in his originally indifferent eyes. According to Naruto's investigation, it is her excitement about the future evolution that is more in the process of her disbelief. Uzumaki Naruto, just go ahead and wait for me to evolve. I will drain the chakra in your body, and simply turn you into nothingness and serve me tea. Yes, you will be the only white Zetsu in this continent, thank you for my kindness to you. Kaguya's imagination made Uzumaki suddenly speechless. This kind of thinking is like revenge between children. I didn't expect Otsutsuki Kaguya, who has lived for 1,000 years, to be so childish. Uzumaki Naruto didn't say anything, and continued to seal Otsutsuki Kaguya. During the whole process, Kaguya, Naruto, and Black Zetsu remained silent among the three. Proceed step by step according to the plan. This time, Uzumaki Naruto finished everything, and the 10 tails chakra in his body has been doubled to 8 times. However, a catastrophe happened. Just after Uzumaki Naruto absorbed the sacred tree, he fused with the quadruple-tailed beast chakra in his own body to 8 times. Uzumaki Naruto suddenly unfolded the Wangchen Bilyangsaka, and walked into the dark space cave from the surprised eyes of Black Zetsu. Uzumaki Naruto, what are you doing? Black Zetsu was taken by surprise by the sudden accident. However, Naruto ignored it, and when he reappeared, he had already arrived at the previous starting ball space. The next moment, a wind-style spiral shuriken with bright silver light appeared in his hand. The target is Gedo statue. Boom! With the bombardment of several wind-style spiral shurikens. The Gedo statue left by Kaguya before sealing, only the smallest Gedo statue that was originally sealed Kaguya remains. Also the original Gedo statue. Uchiha Madara, as expected, Uzumaki Naruto could not let Otsutsuki Kaguya absorb the pull Kara so comfortably. Senju Tobirama. Does it stop at 8 times? Jiraiya. Master Second Hokage, that's 8 times 10 tails chakra, what's the concept? Terumi Mei. I remember that Uzumaki Beiming under the whole 9 tails can hang and beat Otsutsuki Peach style. We don't count 10 tails, even 9 tails with 8 times chakra, and Uzumaki Naruto wants to break Peach style, Gold style and 1 style, it's a piece of cake. Onoki. No. Don't forget that every time Koronaru becomes Jinchuriki of 10 tails, he will get a little chakra from 10 tails. 4th Reikage. 10 tails once, twice 10 tails once, 4 times 10 tails once, 8 times 10 tails once. The chakra that Hymen got from 10 tails alone is enough for him to destroy the world, right? Orochimaru. No. The key is that Naruto-kun is cautious, because Kaguya said before that if she reaches 16 times, she may change. If it continues, she will be Tianlu. Wait until Uzumaki Naruto comes to Black Zetsu again. Black Zetsu hurriedly asked. Where did you go just now? We will continue. Of course we will continue. Uzumaki Naruto smiled at Black Zetsu. It's just that what happened in the next scene made Black Zetsu's eyes widen in disbelief. I saw that Uzumaki Naruto made a mudra with both hands. What appeared was not the divine tree, but the whole 10 tails. What are you doing? You will God tree. Well, the sacred tree is originally 10 tails, I just changed its shape. Why do you do such a boring thing? Facing Naruto's behavior, Black Zetsu asked in puzzlement. A bad feeling suddenly arises in my heart. I will disintegrate the 10 tails in a while and disperse them into the original 9-tailed beasts. Nani? Uzumaki Naruto, are you crazy? How can I unblock my mother if you do this? Black Zetsu was so dissatisfied that he almost jumped up, but when the words fell, he suddenly reacted. Uzumaki Naruto, you broke your promise, you actually betrayed your mother. According to the current situation, it is not difficult for Black Zetsu to find that Uzumaki Naruto does not seem to want to continue to strengthen chakra of 10 tails. Bastard Naruto, you, Black Zetsu, just shut up. Uzumaki Naruto glared at Black Zetsu. This look made Black Zetsu feel as if he had fallen into the abyss. Moreover, Black Zetsu was surprised to find that the vortex Naruto itself had undergone obvious changes. His original silver hair is slowly transforming into the former blonde hair. The third eye on the forehead, Jugyu Reincarnation Sharingan, is also gradually closing until it disappears. But the scary thing is that Uzumaki Naruto's original pair of Rinnegan's suddenly turned into 9 Gyu Samsara Sharingan. This is my transformation under 8 times 10 tails chakra. I have to say, this power is simply wonderful. Uzumaki Naruto laughed. I am really different from Otsutsuki Kaguya. I can only absorb part of 10 tails chakra to become my own power. However, she was able to fuse all of 10 tails chakra. I think with my current situation, even if the Otsutsuki Kaguya under the 8 times 10 tails chakra can't change qualitatively, it will still become quite scary. And the next fusion will be 16 times the chakra of 10 tails. I don't want to suddenly find that Otsutsuki Kaguya, who has 16 times the 10 tails chakra, emits a flash of light in front of me and directly becomes a goddess. Sorry, Black Zetsu. Whoever makes me the initiator will get the first-hand information first. Uzumaki Naruto shrugs. His meaning is very simple, because if you want to double the chakra of 10 tails, it will first pass through his hands, and then convey to the unsealed Otsutsuki Kaguya. Nowadays, Naruto, which is 8 times lower, has undergone obvious changes, and he dare not bet on it. In case Otsutsuki Kaguya, which is 8 times lower, really changes accordingly, wouldn't I be in trouble? After all, the Otsutsuki family is the only race that can evolve through chakra. Black Zetsu. Despicable and shameless, Uzumaki is a coward. He is afraid that his mother's power will surpass him. Uchiha Madara. Aren't you talking nonsense? Who has nothing to do and knows to build a strong enemy, but also to take risks. Senju Tobirama. Especially Koronaru, he is not stupid enough to discover the crisis and expand the crisis without being sure. Otsutsuki Kaguya. Hey. Forget about Black Zetsu. Stop arguing. Black Zetsu is right. He is the initiator, the first-hand recipient of information, and has complete initiative. Right. Conan. But I remember Hemming's future world. He and Kaguya get along very well. How can it be here? Haruno Sakura. Could it be that the future has changed? Tsunade. It won't affect his relationship with Kaguya in the future, now that Kuroning's third eye has receded, and his eyes have become Jugyu Reincarnation Sharingan, relying on his own. The power is not weaker than Otsutsuki Kaguya, so he just releases Kaguya, and slowly enlightens Kaguya in the next 10 years, and the relationship between the two may become more relaxed in the future. Uzumaki Naruto. Black Zetsu cursed angrily. You are too shameless. Ah. Really? Naruto buttoned his ears. It's better than someone else sucking up the chakra in my body. You still want me to become White Zetsu to serve her tea? Think of me as a fool. Naruto. At this time, the separated-tailed beast appeared in front of Naruto and Black Naruto. 9 Tails heard Black Zetsu curse as soon as he appeared on the stage, and couldn't help asking, Naruto, let me shoot this black loach to death. I feel my body is full of strength now. Yes. More than full of power, I feel my chakra has increased many times. He pouted. Looks at Uzumaki Naruto. Seeing this, Zhang Shuhei himself took a big jump. F*K. Why does the change of Uzumaki Naruto feel more terrifying than ours? What's the matter with those eyes, full of endless oppression? Don't be so impulsive, because of Llama. Uzumaki Naruto's indifferent voice made all the tailed beasts tremble. What is this feeling that makes the beast shudder? 9 Tails was also taken aback for a moment, but then burst out laughing. Ha ha ha, Naruto, are you still on your shoulders with the newly acquired power? Words are full of deterrence. Uzumaki Naruto waved his fingers and said, facing other tail beasts, save me some face. Oh. 9 Tails shook his huge body, and said happily, what are you going to do now? If you have nothing to do, I will return to your body. Wait first. Naruto interrupted 9 Tails' thoughts, and said slowly, I will divide you into 2 according to the ratio of 7 to 1. As soon as these words came out, the tailed beasts looked at each other in dismay. They don't have any rebuttal opinions, but they don't hesitate to vortex what Naruto wants to do. Only 9 Tails, who understood instantly, could say, "Naruto, are you still going to release that horrible woman? Did you hear that? Black Loach. Naruto is going to release Otsutsuki Kaguya, you have to be grateful, understand?" Black Zetsu looked at the proud nine tails, wishing he could jump up and slap its toenails. The state of the world is cold, nowadays, a mere-tailed beast dares to treat him like Black Zetsu. If my lord is here, these beasts are just pets. Asshole Uzumaki Naruto, you cheated on us. Uzumaki Naruto ignores the furious Black Zetsu. He made seals casually, and a huge smokescreen suddenly rose from behind him. When the smoke cleared, the first-generation Geto statue appeared behind Naruto. Black Zetsu, your ridiculous acting skills have not been able to hide from my eyes from the beginning to the end. When Otsutsuki Kaguya decided to cooperate with me, your calm performance made me feel that things were deceitful. And I told you once, I'm not the kind of guy who will get so high that he can't think for the sake of power. If you say you failed, the full responsibility lies with you. Even if you had a bit of backbone and prevented Kaguya from cooperating with me, I might not have so much. Now I give you the right to choose. 1. Release Otsutsuki Kaguya, but I will only release the original Otsutsuki Kaguya for you original-tailed beast chakra. 2nd, you can choose the self-esteem of the Otsutsuki clan, give up and release Otsutsuki Kaguya, I will give you a way to live in the ninja world. 3. If you continue to curse me, I will kill you on the spot. Black Zetsu. What is Uzumaki pretending to be there? You judge, he just relied on his mind-reading skills to find out what my mother and I were thinking, and what did he say about my acting skills in front of the tailed beast? Too bad. Shameless. Senju Tobirama. Kaguya didn't evolve, but Koronaru did. Uchiha Madara. It wasn't an evolution, it was just a special chakra that stimulated the Rinnegan to change. Uchiha Obito. Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu. It's annoying, let the fart go. Uchiha Obito. Poor man. It's all settled. Bai Ming's world is expected by everyone but also unbelievable. The moment Uzumaki Himing opened the double 9 Guyu reincarnation Sharingan indicated that he had already stood at the pinnacle of the world. Even, standing on the pinnacle of the universe. Regardless of whether there will be shell tissue in the ninja world under the rule of Hyeming. Even if they do appear, those artificial humans can be said to be scrap metal in the eyes of Uzumaki Himing. The only opponent Otsutsuki Ichishiki. It can only be counted as mere. Uchiha Madara. Hey! Unexpectedly, in the world of Kuromaki, Uzumaki Kuromaki became the strongest person. Senju Tobirama. Uzumaki Ailu, the third child in his family, can kill Otsutsuki Urashiki with a single sword, let alone Koronaru himself. Black Zetsu. Damn it, I owe all the credit to Uzumaki Black Ming for his success. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. This is actually a very good thing for the ninja world. At least they don't have to worry about Otsutsuki's attack. The ninja world will eventually maintain permanent peace under the leadership of Uzumaki Kurenai. Otsutsuki Kaguya. That's true, no matter how much 10 tails chakra Uzumaki absorbed, but he who was able to open the double 9 Guyu reincarnation Sharingan, to some extent transcended the shackles of time, and with his current bloodline and chakra, his lover does not know what the situation is, but the background also has a long life. As long as Otsutsuki Shiba does not come to this dimensional world, the Uzumaki family will rule this continent forever. In terms of strength, no one is more convincing than Otsutsuki Kaguya. Uzumaki Black Naruto in the Uzumaki clan he created will become the existence to replace the Otsutsuki clan. Standing at the top of the entire universe. Even if the relationship between Uzumaki Kuromaki and Otsutsuki Kaguya can achieve 100% trust, Kuromaki's strength will be superimposed infinitely. By that time, no one can guarantee what Uzumaki will become. Presumably, no one can, fourfold zero, surpass him. Jiraiya. If Himaru really superimposes chakra infinitely, wouldn't he be able to achieve a natural integration like Kaguya to integrate with this world? Tsunade. You mean that Uzumaki can be integrated with the nature of the entire ninja world, to achieve natural integration? Orochimaru. It's really unimaginable, it's not with the entire ninja world, but with the entire planet. Black Zetsu. Okay. Stop bragging, even if he can naturally integrate with the entire planet, What's the point? Uchiha Madara. Arbitrarily controlling the weather and climate of the ninja planet, and changing the planet's landscape at will, isn't this a real god? Nagato. Yes, if it can reach this point, Hyaming is the true god of this planet. On the high platform of the Chunin exam, Uzumaki Beiming in the same period, everyone was dumbfounded. Before, they thought that the so-called gods were just illusions, or they were self-boasting names of the Otsutsuki clan who appeared on the scene. Just like Nagato, he claims to be a god, but he is just a stronger ninja. Gods are just figures in legends. No one can prove whether Otsutsuki Shibai really existed. But, who would have thought? Uzumaki Naruto in another world can actually reach the level of a true god on a certain planet. Uzumaki Naruto. I can't believe it. Uchiha Sasuke, me too, Naruto. If it doesn't work, you can fuse your blood with mine. I'll try to see if I can reach the height like Kuro Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto. Ah. Why isn't your blood fused into mine? And I already have Black Naruto's life path, just need to open Rinnegan, and I can imitate him to open the double 9 Gyuyu reincarnation Sharingan. Black Zetsu. Okay. Both of you stop daydreaming here. Without the pupil technique of time regression, how can you follow Haiwu's life route? Uzumaki Naruto. So I just said let me. Uchiha Sasuke. Idiot. Pupil art is a symbol of the soul. Your mind is different from his. What a fart. Facing the three options proposed by Uzumaki Naruto to himself, Black Zetsu gritted his teeth in anger. It's a pity that things have come to this point, and no one can stop Uzumaki Naruto in front of him anymore. Alright. Uzumaki Naruto. Black Zetsu loosens his clenched fists. At least until now, Uzumaki Naruto has the option to release Otsutsuki Kaguya among the options. You won, we lost. But I really want to ask, why on earth did you choose to release Mrs. Mother? For this problem, Black Zetsu is very vigilant. He is very worried that Uzumaki Naruto in front of him has other plans. Do you have any secrets to hide? Uzumaki Naruto heard this, and gave Black Zetsu a deep look. With my current strength, it's easy to deal with Otsutsuki Kaguya. Even if you are still planning to use methods to absorb the chakra of other tailed beasts, 9 tails are in my body. As the chakra of tail beast doubles, the gap between 9 tails in them becomes more and more obvious. Without its chakra, let alone several times 10 tails, even an ordinary 10 tails is hard to get together. Otsutsuki Kaguya can absorb up to 8 times chakra's 1 tail to 8 tails, she can't have obvious changes, and her strength is not my opponent. So now I'm not worried at all that you guys will do anything radical. The reason for letting her go is nothing more than seeing that her heart is not thinking of destroying the world, but because of the helplessness of the Otsutsuki clan. Black Zetsu was silent for a long time after hearing this. Believe it or not, this is a very serious question. However, as Uzumaki Naruto said, even if the mother is released, the chakra in her body is just an ordinary 10 tails. Plus his own chakra, Otsutsuki Kaguya is not the opponent of Uzumaki Naruto at all. Obviously, the current Otsutsuki Kaguya has no threat to Naruto. It's just that Black Zetsu doesn't have much trust in Uzumaki Naruto, and always feels that he has already dug a hole and waits for the two to jump into it. Seeing this, Naruto shook his head helplessly. Believe it or not, if you choose not to let go of Otsutsuki Kaguya, then go as far as you can. I'm going to unlock infinite Tsukuyomi technique, go home and sleep. Besides, under the destruction of the birth of the God Tree Realm, this continent is going to undergo another large-scale construction. I don't have time to talk to you here. After speaking, Uzumaki Naruto is going to make a seal, etc. Black Zetsu hastily stopped and said, I choose to release my mother. Black Zetsu. Based on what you know about Uzumaki, please help me analyze why he is so kind. I guess he must not be kind. Uzumaki Kushina. You are the one who doesn't know good people. The child obviously let you go because he saw you as pitiful. Didn't I tell you? Kaguya didn't want to destroy this world, wish deep down in his heart. Jiraiya. Whatever Koronaru wants to do is to build trust with Otsutsuki Kaguya, and then use her to continue stacking his own chakra. Senju Tobirama. It is true. If the two can establish a good relationship in the future life, Uzumaki Koronaru wants to superimpose his own chakra and really needs the help of Otsutsuki Kaguya. Black Zetsu. A. This also means that Mother actually still has the possibility of evolution. Uchiha Madara. I think Uzumaki Hymen was just a whim, because he opened the double 9 Gyuyu reincarnation Sharingan. He released Otsutsuki Kaguya as soon as he was happy, and he has the right to reward Black Zetsu. After all, the reason why he can get such a powerful power, Black Zetsu contributed a lot. Black Zetsu. Madara. It's annoying that you're so smart all of a sudden, can you tell me something human? After getting the answer from Black Zetsu, Uzumaki Naruto delays for a while. Stabilize the tumbling chakra and the tyrannical strength in the body. Wait until everything returns to calm. He divided the 9-tailed beasts in front of him into 2 waves according to the ratio of 1:7. Seal a copy of Chakra's tail beasts into the Ghetto statue from summoning. Just like before, Ghetto's statue finally turned into a dry tail after wailing. Then when facing the huge 10 tails again, Uzumaki Naruto didn't feel anything. In his eyes, 10 tails didn't feel oppressive at all when they met for the first time. Uzumaki Naruto's pupils closed slightly. 10 tails, who was still screaming, stopped abruptly, and became extremely quiet in an instant. This guy. Have you been able to control 10 tails with pure pupil power? Uzumaki Naruto. Black Zetsu breaks out in a cold sweat. The Naruto in front of me has become more terrifying than before. The controlled 10 tails honestly turned into a sacred tree. This time, Uzumaki Naruto still chose to let the sacred tree absorb his own chakra. In the blink of an eye, the flower buds on the top of the sacred tree turned into the 9 Gyuyu Samsara Sharingan. As for Uzumaki Naruto, the atmosphere doesn't take a breath, as if nothing happened. The process of unblocking Otsutsuki Kaguya is very convenient and smooth. The black Zetsu that turned into black water exists in Kaguya's sleeve and appears at the same time as Otsutsuki Kaguya. However, at this moment, several piercing sounds made Kaguya's heart tremble. Before she had time to react, she felt several chills coming from her delicate body. Then, the chakra in the body suddenly became disordered. This is, damn, the black stick of chakra who escaped from yin and yang. Black Zetsu followed Otsutsuki Kaguya, and was pinned by Uzumaki Naruto's chakra black stick together, unable to move his body. Even if it is as strong as Otsutsuki Kaguya, it cannot be cracked, so it can only lie on the ground obediently. Uzumaki Naruto. What you up to? Black Zetsu panicked. Sure enough, I shouldn't have trusted the cunning villain in front of me at that time. Black Zetsu. What's going on? Why the 10 tails in my body only have the original strength? And that Uzumaki Naruto. Mother, Uzumaki Naruto did not continue as he said before. Black Zetsu was irritated. Quickly transmit what Uzumaki Naruto did before to Otsutsuki Kaguya. After Kaguya learned everything, her pretty face darkened immediately. This guy is playing tricks on us. It's over. This is all over. Otsutsuki Kaguya's heart was ashamed, and he did not expect the dignified chakra to start. Zu actually fell for a ninja. It was actually stuck on the ground by Yin Yang Dun's chakra black stick. If this is known by other Otsutsuki clan, wouldn't it be a big laugh? Kaguya felt regretful in her heart. Black Zetsu, if this is the case, why did you unblock me? Facing Otsutsuki Kaguya's anger, Black Zetsu suddenly misfired. But just when he didn't know how to explain, Uzumaki Naruto said, Kaguya, what are you worrying about here? I didn't say what to do with you, I just restrained your actions temporarily. I also want to decompose the 10 tails in my body and fuse them to Kurama. This process is a bit cumbersome, so I need you to be quiet. Uzumaki Naruto let out a sigh. Also, you don't need to vent your anger on Black Zetsu. No matter how insidious this black guy is, he just wants to unblock you. Thousands of years, it's not easy for him without any strength. To be able to do this is already very powerful. As his elder, you should encourage him. Uchiha Madara, yo. Unexpectedly, Black Naruto actually praised Black Zetsu. Senju Tobirama. I never thought that the person who understands Black Zetsu's good intentions is actually Uzumaki Black Ming. Uzumaki Kushina. Aside from other things, Black Zetsu is definitely the most filial child in the Jonin world. Black Zetsu. Hey. What is Uzumaki's attitude? Why does his last sentence that seems to be educating people sound so awkward? Damn stinky brat, he has such a strong power that he swells like this. Is it bloated? Onoki. Shouldn't it be said that it shouldn't? The Otsutsuki clan keeps their mouths shut and ants and mortals are even more arrogant than Hymen. Damn Uzumaki Naruto, how dare you embarrass me like this? Otsutsuki Kaguya couldn't move, but his mouth was not idle. I am the ancestor of chakra, the creator of this continent, and the creator of your ninjas. In other words, I am the ancestor of all your ninjas. Yes, Uzumaki Naruto, you can't treat us like this. After Otsutsuki Kaguya roared unwillingly, Black Zetsu followed closely behind. The reason why you can have such a powerful force is that you are the reincarnation of Ashura Chakra. Counting it all together, Ashura has to call me third uncle. Uzumaki Naruto frowned tightly upon hearing this. Looking coldly at Otsutsuki Kaguya lying on the ground. According to what you say, am I not the son of Sage of Six Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo? After Black Zetsu finished speaking, a thunderous voice came to his ears immediately. Well, your head. Uzumaki Naruto snorted coldly. My father is Konoha Village 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato, and I have a relationship with him, Sage of Six Paths. Even the Six Paths old man himself said that the reincarnation of Ashura's chakra is just Ashura's chakra, not the bloodline. Having Ashura's chakra is nothing more than possessing a tyrannical sage body and the fate of being reincarnated with Indra chakra. Otsutsuki Kaguya. What are you messing around here? You are the ancestor of chakra, the ancestor of ninja. When you came to the ninja world continent already had many original residents. Okay. Uzumaki Naruto, leaving aside the so-called ninja ancestors of the mother, let's just talk about the reincarnation of Ashura and Indra's chakra. Black Zetsu said in a panic. I was the one who promoted the reincarnation of chakra, both of their brothers. I know very well that the chakra reincarnations of both of them are looking for descendants to reincarnate. You can't deny this. Black Zetsu's words startled Uzumaki Naruto slightly. Looking at Black Zetsu. This is indeed true. Black Zetsu was overjoyed when he heard the words, grinning from the corners of his mouth to his ears on the spot. So I said. However, before he finished speaking, he was interrupted by Uzumaki Naruto. I remember that the descendants of Indra are the Uchiha family. The descendants of Ashura are the Senju clan. The chakra reincarnation of the two is only between Uchiha and Senju. What is the relationship with me, Uzumaki Naruto? Black Zetsu. But Uzumaki Naruto disagreed and said, if you want to say why Ashura's chakra suddenly fell on me, that is also his helpless choice. After all, after Madara's death, when the two powers reincarnated at the same time, the Senju clan, who are the descendants of Ashura, had no newborns. Uzumaki Black Ming's remarks made the audience of Bai Ming world silent for a while. At first glance, it seems reasonable, but there is also a feeling of strong words. On the issue of the descendants of Ashura and Indra, the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan are a sure thing. However, whether the Uzumaki clan is the descendant of Ashura or not. Some people say that the Uzumaki family and the Senju family are distant blood relatives, because they believe that the Senju family and the Uzumaki family have strong physiques, so the Senju family and the Uzumaki family should belong to the same branch of the ethnic group. Terumi Mei. I remember that in our world, Uchiha Obito once talked to Uzumaki Baiming before going to the Five Cages conference, and seemed to have mentioned this matter. Onoki. No, Uchiha Obito just told them about the fateful entanglement between Indra and Ashura, but Uchiha Obito did also clearly say that the descendants of the elder brother Indra are Uchiha and the descendants of the younger brother Ashura are Senju, but Uchiha Obito is telling the descendants of Ashura misunderstood the sage body. According to Obito, as long as the ethnic group has strong vitality and chakra, it has a sage body, so this means that all the Uzumaki clan have a sage body, plus a sage body. The performance of Senju Hashirama Ultimate. Everyone thinks that the Senju family has a sage body, Uzumaki has a sage body, and Senju has a sage body, so they think that Yusho and Uzumaki are the same. Fourth Raikage. I remember the sage body explained by Sage of Six Paths is to develop the body through long-term practice so that the strength of the body can reach the state of blossoming and fruiting. This kind of body is the real sage body. Terumi Mei. So the Uzumaki clan was mistakenly considered to have inherited the sage body because of their strong physique and excess chakra, so they are the descendants of Ashura? Uchiha Madara. Hihi, what a stupid idea. Do you really think that just any individual can inherit the sage body and fairy eyes? Not all of them Senju people have the terrible power of Hashirama, and they can tell Senju if everyone in the family is a sage body. This person's mind is really funny. Senju Hashirama. Madara, it seems that this kind of thing is not very clear. Maybe some people just failed to develop their bodies to ultimate, so they did not reflect the role of sage body. You. Uchiha Madara. You are that stupid person, Hashirama. Don't talk about sage body, just take the people of our Uchiha clan. Now I finally understand why only I and Uchiha Sasuke opened the Zeba Mangekyo Sharingan, which is the so-called Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Uchiha Madara. According to the characteristics of our Uchiha clan, during the Sengoku period, I did not deliberately hide the fact that I transplanted my younger brother Izuna's Mangekyo to open the Eye of Eternity. Even Tobirama knew about it. Why so many years have passed, no one else in the Uchiha family can successfully open the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, in the final analysis, because they do not have the chakra of Indra in their bodies, and the chakra that belongs to the fairy eye. It is impossible to obtain the Mangekyo Sharingan of eternal light throughout their lives. It is true that Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobirama are very clear about Uchiha Madara opening the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Uchiha Madara transplanted the Mangekyo of Uchiha Izuna's brother Uchiha Izuna, who was seriously injured and died, and gained eternal light. Since this matter is not hidden from the Senju clan, it must not be such a secret thing among the Uchiha clan. But after so many years, besides Uchiha Madara, it was later Uchiha Sasuke who opened the Eternal Mangekyo. And, for the proud and excellent Uchiha clan, with a huge ethnic group and a long time, it is impossible for only a few ethnic groups to start Mangekyo Sharingan. It is not so difficult for two brothers to open Mangekyo Sharingan at the same time. However, no one tried to transplant bloodline power to open Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And there were constant ninja wars at that time, and there must be an incident where one of the two brothers died. However, no one actually opened the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan again. Moreover, the conditions for opening the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan are much easier than the process of making the sage body bloom and bear fruit. In this way, Uchiha Madara's explanation is not wrong. Without the blessing of the fairy eye, it is absolutely impossible to open the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Sage body and immortal eye are absolutely separate existences, and it is impossible for the ethnic group to have a large-scale reflection scene. And fairy eyes are different from sage body. Immortal eyes, as the name implies, must be based on pupil technique. Indra's chakra reincarnation must be chosen among those of the Uchiha clan. However, sage body may not have such fixed constraints as fairy eyes. As long as the inheritors are not lazy, they will definitely make the sage body blossom and bear fruit through hard practice, exerting power beyond the limits of human beings. Rock Lee. Now I suddenly think that the fate that Neji said is really amazing. If sage body can fall on me, I must be no worse than others. Might Guy. Yoli. Luck is also a part of strength, we are convinced that we lost. Hyuga Neji. Huh. So what is the relationship between the Uzumaki clan and the Senju clan? Senju Hashirama. I just know that my alliance with Uzumaki Ishido, the head of the Uzumaki clan, has made the Senju clan and the Uzumaki clan a trusted partner. Senju Tobirama. And the red Uzumaki on the back of the Konoha village ninja costume is a symbol of the friendship between Konoha village and the Uzumaki clan. Terumi Mei. Indeed, I just found out that the ninja servers in Konoha village all have the same pattern on the back of the Uzumaki Naruto server, which is a red Uzumaki-like pattern. Onoki. Fifth Mizukage, you didn't look carefully. When Beiming and Kushina met in the spiritual world, Kushina also said that this pattern was created by the Senju clan who created Konoha village to show their friendship with the Uzumaki clan. The clan's logo is engraved on the clothing of the Konoha village ninjas. Fourth Raikage. If this argument is followed, then the Senju clan and the Uzumaki clan don't have so-called distant relatives. Otsutsuki Kaguya. Huh. It's nonsense. Uzumaki is just nonsense and doesn't want to admit that I am your ancestor. Black Zetsu. Must. According to seniority, all of you have to call me ancestor. Hitaki Kakashi. This. Why do I feel like someone else is messing around? Otsutsuki Kaguya. Huh. Hitaki Kakashi. I mean 1,000 years, a lot of things will happen in 1,000 years, no one can guarantee 100% what the truth is, well, that's what it means. Uchiha Obito. Bah. Kakashi is both right and left. Everything is developing in an orderly manner according to the development of Uzumaki Naruto. With the help of Otsutsuki Kaguya, he gained power beyond imagination. The big-tailed beast also got benefits beyond imagination because of this matter. Especially 9 tails. When Uzumaki Naruto decomposes the 10 tails in the body again and returns chakra to them, they still maintain the state of 8 times chakra. 9 tails of 8-fold chakra and 8-fold other tail beasts are completely different. In the past, maybe a few big-tailed beasts teamed up and could break the wrist with 9 tails twice, but now, don't even think about it. Even if the 8-tailed beasts team up to deal with 9 tails, for the current 9 tails, the opponent is nothing more than a chicken and a dog. Cut. The stinky fox is really proud. Why didn't I get so many benefits? Shozuru, who has shrunk in size, is lying on Uzumaki Naruto's shoulder like a ragdoll, chattering non-stop. 9 tails in Naruto's body laughed wildly. Ha ha ha, Raccoon Cat, you can jump around freely now, you should be grateful to Naruto. Don't forget, when you were destroying Konoha village, you had the intention of killing us. HMPH. Shuhei wrinkled his nose. Recalling the Chunin exam now, it feels very strange. I always feel that I and Gaara were cheated by the stinky fox and Naruto in front of me. Uzumaki Naruto did not stop Shuzuru and Kurama from bickering. For him, tailed beasts have the same relationship with tailed beasts, and it is inconvenient for him to intervene. After everything is done, he walks up to Otsutsuki Kaguya. About Kaguya's claim that she is the ancestor of human beings, Uzumaki Naruto can be regarded as Kaguya's unwillingness to be driven to a dead end. I'll say it one last time. The reason why the chakra about Ashura fell on me is because the Senju family did not inherit it later. Sage body is different from the fairy eye. The fairy eye must fall on the person who has the Sharingan, so Indra chakra fell on Sasuke. Of course, to say that Indra chakra can reincarnate smoothly, at least the Uchiha clan at that time was prosperous. There are very few Senju. Tsunade is the only one on the surface, and he hasn't inherited Senju's name yet. Tsunade doesn't have children. Who is Ashura looking for to inherit the sage body? Got it. At most, I have Ashura's chakra, but it doesn't mean I have his blood on my body. If you have to blame, or Ashura wants to blame, you go dig out Senju Hashirama and ask him why the Senju clan has no successors. But, don't pin these messy things on our Uzumaki clan or Father Namikaze Minato's clan. It's really unreasonable, full of nonsense, full of viciousness. Otsutsuki Kaguya lying on the ground cursed Uzumaki Naruto from top to bottom in his heart. She has seen powerful Otsutsuki Ichishi, Momoshiki. I have seen countless strong people. However, I have never seen a person as powerful and eloquent as Uzumaki Naruto. For a while, Otsutsuki Kaguya couldn't say anything to Uzumaki Naruto, so angry that he didn't say a word. Naruto sees that Kaguya has finally calmed down. Then pulled out all the yin-yang dunhei sticks stuck in her body. Shozuru saw this, jumped off Naruto's shoulder in fright, and hid behind the rock with other tailed beasts. Senju Hashirama. Wait. I found a big problem. Even if the Uzumaki clan has nothing to do with Ashura, but Kuro Naruto is the fusion of my blood and Uchiha Sasuke's blood to open the Rinnegan and have wood style, this thing. Orochimaru. First Hokage, you can't say that. The real meaning of your blood is to draw out the special chakra in your blood cells. It doesn't mean that Naruto-kun's blood has changed. In essence, he is still the Uzumaki clan. Shimura Danzo. Huh. Whether he's right or wrong, Uzumaki is the winner now, and what he said is right. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Old man, since we know we are losers, we should stop making such irrelevant and unwilling remarks. After Otsutsuki Kaguya regained his freedom, he stared at Uzumaki Naruto indifferently. Naruto doesn't care either. After all, I cheated Otsutsuki Kaguya, it is understandable that the other party has resentment. Uzumaki Naruto, since you have given back your mother's freedom, if you have nothing else to do, we will leave temporarily. Black Zetsu poked his head out and said hoarsely. In any case, based on the current strength of Otsutsuki Kaguya, it is definitely not Uzumaki Naruto's opponent. My mother and I will go live in Otsutsuki Tonari's castle. From then on, we will never violate the water of the river. As soon as Black Zetsu said this, Uzumaki Naruto immediately narrowed his eyes. Joke. Releasing Kaguya to freedom does not mean that you will go to the moon to live a peaceful life. Even if you want to live a stable life, you have to be under the nose of my whirlpool Naruto. That can't be done. Uzumaki Naruto refused on the spot. I can't guarantee that the two of you don't have other calculations in your mind. And now there is a huge Tensagen in the center of the moon. The people of the Hyuga clan and Orochimaru are studying day and night. After you go up, what if you control the giant Tensagen to attack the earth? Uzumaki Naruto. Black Zetsu was so angry that he jumped to his feet. Your power has surpassed that of your mother. We just want to live a peaceful life. What else do you want? Uzumaki Naruto waved his hand, signaling Black Zetsu to shut up. Then, looking at Otsutsuki Kaguya, said, if you really want to live a peaceful life, then obediently stay in the ninja world. Now the main city of the imperial capital of the Kingdom of Vortex is being established. I can give you a large and comfortable living environment, but you must move around under my nose. Imprisoned? Black Zetsu was suddenly upset. When I wanted to show my power, I just accidentally saw Uzumaki Naruto's expression changed slightly. Black Zetsu's voice immediately softened. Uzumaki Naruto, it's boring for you to do this, it seems narrow-minded. I'm not a big-hearted person. Uzumaki Naruto shrugged and said with a smile, if you insist on escaping from my sight, then don't blame me for resealing you. Moreover, the reason why I released Kaguya is because I said before that our target is the incoming Otsutsuki clan. Generally speaking, there is no reason for us to fight to the death. We should be fighting. And now, Ninja World Continent is in my hands. Occasionally you have to become public figures and appear in the eyes of people in the ninja world. In this way, I can introduce to you the great achievements of Otsutsuki Kaguya. Even if Otsutsuki Kaguya doesn't need to do anything, he can enjoy the praise of the whole continent just like me. Oh? Kaguya showed doubts upon hearing this. Do you mean you still want us to show our faces in front of this group of people? Naruto said with a smile. I heard about your past from Sage of Six Paths. You once gave people to the sacred tree because the surrounding countries did not agree with your proposal. Become White Zetsu. What's the point? I was so angry that I didn't do anything well. The impression left on everyone is fear. Everyone compares you to a demon seeking power. No one will think that you want to resist Otsutsuki. However, it will be different if you listen to me. The future ninja school, the name of Otsutsuki Kaguya will naturally be mentioned in the history of the ninja world. She is the ancestor of Chakra who brought Chakra to the ninja world thousands of years ago. She loves this continent deeply, but Kaguya-ji has a dispute with her because of her companion's greed and desire to destroy the continent. And use up all your strength to seal it with yourself. Thousands of years later, the seal was broken, and Kaguya's companion cast infinite Tsukuyomi to kill everyone in the ninja world. At this time, Uzumaki Naruto joined forces with Otsutsuki Kaguya to defeat the enemy, and the ninja world once again restored peace. You change your body and become the savior of this continent, enjoying the admiration of thousands of people, isn't it good? Uzumaki Naruto glanced at Kaguya, and the other party's mood has obviously eased a lot. He rubbed his chin, pretending to think. As for your companion's name, what should be called? It's called Otsutsuki Urataro. It just slipped away. No one in the Hakunaru world audience can accurately guess the subsequent developments of Uzumaki Kuromaki and Otsutsuki Kaguya. Who would have imagined that the seduction condition that Black Zetsu proposed to Kaguya was to tell the story that Black Zetsu had woven before for people all over the world to hear? And with Uzumaki's current status and influence in the ninja world, his words must be the most convincing. Moreover, The sudden birth of the gods in the book world and the infinite Tsukuyomi technique also have a very suitable explanation. Uchiha Madara. HMPH. It has to be him. Even though his strength has reached the point of detachment, he still hasn't forgotten his original intention. Senju Hashirama. Arkuro Naruto is better than you and me, Madara. Senju Tobirama. In this case, Otsutsuki Kaguya has no reason to refuse. As a loser, she enjoys the treatment of being under one person and above 10,000 people. Haimaru has taken extra care of her. Namikaze Minato. Besides, with that child in charge, Otsutsuki Kaguya doesn't need to worry about the coming of the Otsutsuki clan in the future. Her life will become extraordinarily stable and quiet. But if she really loves this continent. Tsunade. Actually, I found that Otsutsuki Kaguya belongs to the Otsutsuki family, which is a relatively different existence. She told Sage of Six Paths that the Otsutsuki family is a race that does not understand love. Giving them love for humans is nothing more than playing the piano to a cow, but she herself loves on this land. Terumi Mei. But I don't think the Otsutsuki family simply don't understand love. They just look down on this kind of emotional bond in their hearts. There is Otsutsuki Kaguya who loves the continent of Jonin in the front, and Otsutsuki Momo in the back. I think it will be Uzumaki influenced by Boruto. At least for now. Bai Ming's son Uzumaki Boruto has become a peach-style Jinchuriki. Inuzuka. Momo Lama. That reads a bit weird. Shuhei. What nonsense are you kidding? Why is it called Dao Lama? Can't it be called Taohei? Otsutsuki Kaguya. Speaking of Otsutsuki Momoshiki, it's just a helpless move. Boruto was almost killed by Kawaki. If Momoshiki doesn't give up Wedge to rescue Boruto, Momoshiki will die with Boruto, and he will perform Global Distinguished in Ida in Heavenly Gods. Momoshiki seemed to be annoyed by Boruto's calmness and missed the chance to take Boruto's body. Otsutsuki Kaguya. Audience. Otsutsuki Kaguya. Okay. This behavior of relying on the other party's emotional anger or excessive fluctuations to occupy the other party's body is indeed similar to the previous relationship between Nine Tails and Uzumaki Naruto, but I don't think Dao Shi is like Nine Tails can be easily influenced. Facing the mighty Uzumaki Naruto, Itsuki Kaguya and Black Zetsu don't have any other good options. In desperation, they can only temporarily obey Uzumaki Naruto's arrangement. Awaiting the development of the follow-up situation. Under the oppression of Uzumaki Naruto's powerful strength, everything went smoothly. Kaguya agrees to Naruto's request. Uzumaki Naruto temporarily arranged for Otsutsuki Kaguya to live in Konoha village. With the construction of the main city of the imperial capital of the Vortex Kingdom, Uzumaki Naruto used the Six Paths planetary devastation to create a huge boulder. And recruit craftsmen to build a living palace on the basis of round stones. In the future, this huge boulder floating on the lake near the main city of the imperial capital will be the place where Otsutsuki Kaguya lives. And the history of Otsutsuki Kaguya tampered with by Uzumaki Naruto, people are more than surprised, but more cheered. The existence of Otsutsuki Kaguya has given another color to the blank history of ninjas. However, in the process of accepting Otsutsuki Kaguya, the worship of Uzumaki Naruto reached the peak of fanaticism. Uzumaki Naruto, together with the ancestor Chuck thousands of years ago, defeated the evil Otsutsuki family who wanted to destroy the ninja world. What a great achievement this is! Under the private consultation of everyone, they decided to build a huge statue of Uzumaki Naruto in the center of the Imperial Plaza. It shows how high Uzumaki Naruto holds in their hearts. Otsutsuki Kaguya. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Uzumaki Naruto. It's amazing. I didn't expect that people in the ninja world would spontaneously initiate the construction of a huge statue for that guy. This is too cool. Inuzuka. Damn. I really didn't expect that Uzumaki Kuromaki would be so popular. I'm just envious. Do you think there will be Inuzuka from other worlds who are more popular than Uzumaki Kuromaki? Aburame Shino. Yeah. I didn't hit you. You don't even have the chance to become Nine Tails Jinchuriki, let alone Black Naruto. Inuzuka Tooth. Hey, I'm talking about other worlds. Maybe other worlds are ruled by our Inuzuka clan. Uchiha Obito. If you put it this way, I do know a world. Hitaki Kakashi. Infinite Tsukuyomi world. Black Zetsu. Bah. I see why you all worship Uzumaki so much. This guy just took advantage of his mother and changed history to get such a status. What's there to show off? Otsutsuki Kaguya. It's no wonder that Jinjin knows so much about my future. That huge floating palace should be the Guangan Palace they talked about. I thought it would be in another space, but I didn't expect it to be right under his nose. Spying on my behavior is too straightforward. Black Zetsu. HMPH. It's obviously surveillance, but Haimaru still makes a good appearance. Outsiders will definitely think that his attitude towards mother is very pious. Terumi Mei. Hey, as expected of Uzumaki Hei Ming, who eats people without spitting out bones. Conan. Now that the matter of Otsutsuki Kaguya has come to an end, I think that in the next 10 years or so, the ninja world will achieve absolute peace, but I don't know what it will look like. Nagato. That's right, what will my Rain Shinobi village look like in the hands of Black Ming? It shouldn't be too bad. Uchiha Obito. Hey. Lin in the world over there is also resurrected, and I don't know. Damn. Why Kakashi didn't die? Hitaki Kakashi. Obito, that's too much. Uchiha Fugaku. I don't know about the others, but our family's Sasuke is the 8th generation Hokage of Konoha village. Gaara. In Haiming's future world, it seems that the existence of shadows has not been banned, and the village chiefs are still leading the villages. Terumi Mei. That's true, I think at least I can play a role. After all, I surrendered very thoroughly at the beginning. Onoki. Iwagakure is not clear. I will definitely be retired when I am old, and if I am employed, I must pass the test of black name. It will not be Deidara who is a traitor who becomes Tsuchikage. Deidara. Huh? Old man, I didn't want to do Tsuchikage before, so I want to do it in the future? Hidan. Deidara, who do you think you are? Do you think you have the right to speak? Black Ming asked you to be Tsuchikage, how dare you say no? Conan. But in the future world, Konoha village must be the most powerful. After all ninjas have to study and educate in Konoha village. Uchiha Sasuke, Hokage, is not so much the head of a village, but the principal. Uchiha Fugaku. The future head coach of ninjas is very suitable for the temperament of our family Sasuke. I hope Lieutenant Commander doesn't have to go out to perform tasks every day like in our world. The wind and the sun can't even pay off the mortgage, and the daughter doesn't even know her. As the principal of all ninjas, life must be very rich. Uchiha Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto. Hey, Sasuke, I'm so sorry. Uchiha Sasuke. It's okay Naruto, it's not easy for you. Time has passed and circumstances have changed. Ninja world under the leadership of Uzumaki Naruto, Tien has not had any wars for many years. Although there are occasional people with evil intentions, a group of bandits and thieves are not to be feared. All ninjas belong to Uzumaki, and the duties of ninjas become simpler. Their task is to protect the safety of all ordinary villagers on this continent ruled by the country of Vortex. The ninjas are dispatched by Uzumaki, and they are carried out in shifts. No one is required to issue tasks to any organization. And according to the adaptability of the landform environment of the area the ninjas guard, more suitable ninjas will be selected to station in front. For example, in an area with a wide sea area like Kirigakure, most ninjas are ninjas whose grandmaster is good at water style. People who want to become ninjas will rush to Konoha village for several years of training and education. The ninjutsu secrets of all ninja villages in the past are unified into Konoha village for everyone to practice. All ninjas will be given different salaries according to their strengths such as Genin, Chunin, Special Jonin, and Jonin. However, the assessment of ninjas is more difficult than before. One day. Emperor capital of the Vortex country. I'm going out. A lovely voice comes from the palace. Soon, a petite figure flew out of the window. Look at that appearance, the girl is only 4 or 5 years old. His Royal Highness 9th Princess, please slow down and be careful. Beside the window, a Hyuga girl with white eyes but dressed as a maid shouted with a smile. I know, it's okay. Uzumaki Sunflower waved her little hand behind her, and then flew into the distance. Nani. The audience in Beiming World were all surprised after seeing the girl's true face. Hyuga Hinata. It's a sunflower. Haruno Sakura. 9 princesses, I remember Uzumaki Sunflower. Yamanaka Ino. Wait a minute. Sunflower looks about 4 or 5 years old, and she is flying in the sky. Inuzuka Tooth. Is this strange? I remember that both Sumair Kane and L can levitate. This should be their natural ability. Aburame Shino. After all, the current Uzumaki Black Eyes 9 Guyu reincarnation Sharingan, more than 10 years later, he will only be stronger than before. Uzumaki Naruto. The more you compare, the more incomparable. Even sunflowers can fly when they are 4 or 5 years old. Hey. My sunflower. Terumi Mei. But she is only 4 or 5 years old, is it okay to run out by herself? I remember that Haimaru pays special attention to his children. Tsunade. Maybe it's near the imperial capital, so Haiming won't be particularly concerned. However, not long after Sunflower flew, he found a row of ninjas with flying machines on their backs rushing towards the imperial capital. Take a closer look. Sunflower exclaimed excitedly, Uncle Neji. Hyuga Neji, who was still running fast, heard a familiar voice, and after moving his ears slightly, he stopped instantly. There are currently only 2 people in the world who can call Neji uncle. One is Uzumaki Boruto, the first heir of the Uzumaki Empire, and the other is Uzumaki Sunflower, the 9 princesses of the empire. Especially seeing Neji, who is the head of the Hyuga family, suddenly stop, all the Hyuga ninjas who followed hurriedly stopped. He took off the aircraft and suspended it in midair using the light and heavy rock technique. Sunflower. Hyuga Neji found the figure of the sunflower, and non-stop controlled the aircraft to fly towards the sunflower. The aircraft is a technological product of the ninja world. It is a technological product obtained by the Orochimaru scientific research team in an activity to eliminate Kongnin. This technology greatly reduces the consumption of chakra required by light and heavy rock technique, and it is very useful for traveling on weekdays. However, in order to reduce air accidents, if you want to use this technology, you must learn the light and heavy rock technique. Oh, my good nephew, why did you run out alone? This is too dangerous, do your father and mother know? Come to the sunflower. Hyuga Neji doting on the sunflower on the shoulder. No. It's okay. I already told Grandma. Uncle, did you just come back from the moon? Hearing Sunflower's mouthful of uncle, Hyuga Neji was elated. This scene, the Hyuga clan ninjas who watched directly were stunned. They had never seen Hyuga Neji laughing so happily. Even for his own children, Hyuga Neji has a stern look on his face. Perhaps, it's not just talking about uncle's love for his nephew. Yes. Thanks to His Majesty Naruto for infusing special chakra to drive the giant Tensagen, and to teach us how to control the Hyuga clan. Protecting the giant Tensagen is an important duty of our Hyuga clan. Bringing this matter, Hyuga Neji is full of pride. Apart from being proud, he did not forget to ask with concern, Sunflower, where are you going by yourself? Brother Boruto and the others went to Kirigakure for a study trip, and the third sister practiced in the gravity space every day. I have nothing to do alone, so I want to go to Gwangan Temple to see Aunt Kaguya. Want to find Otsutsuki Kaguya? Hyuga Neji subconsciously looked at the huge boulder floating in the air in the distance. There is a rather luxurious palace above. As a qualified ninja, Hyuga Neji knows the history of Otsutsuki Kaguya well. That is an existence comparable to His Majesty Naruto. Perhaps only His Majesty Naruto's family can get close to Gwangan Temple. Thinking about this, as Uzumaki Sunflower's uncle, Hyuga Neji is even more proud. At the same time, I am also glad that they have a big figure like Hyuga Hinata in the Hyuga clan. Rock Lee. Impossible, even Neji has a child? Hyuga Neji. Hey. What do you mean? We are 1 year older than Kuromaki, and my nephew Boruto is at least 12 or 13 years old. Is it strange that I have children? Tiantian. Lee, you also have a child at this time. I remember it seems to be a son. Gaara. Hey. Even a proud person like Neji is so happy after becoming an uncle? Konkuro. Cut. Say nephew, lest people not know that he is the uncle of Princess Nine. Gaara. Don't worry. Haiming has so many children, we designate him as uncle too. Black Zetsu. It's really funny, where did the little Uzumaki Sunflower have the courage to go to Gwangan Hall alone to find his mother? Uzumaki Kushina. Yes, yes, the relationship between the child and Kaguya is not friendly. Let Sunflower play. What if something happens? Namikaze Minato. Kushina, don't be nervous. Sunflower seems to have mentioned it to Grandma. You should agree. Maybe after so many years, the relationship between Kaguya and that child. The system has eased a lot. Black Zetsu. Bah. We don't welcome Black Naruto's family from the bottom of our hearts. The garden behind Gwangan Palace. A white Zetsu sneaks out of his head. He is one of the few white Zetsu who survived the Fourth World War. Black Zetsu. Someone is flying towards Gwangan Hall. Black Zetsu, who was lying in the flowers, heard the sound, and sat up suddenly. Which bastard is it from the Uzumaki family? Hurry up and thank the guests behind closed doors. It's 9 Princess Uzumaki Sunflower. What, Sunflower? Black Zetsu was stunned for a few seconds upon hearing this. In an instant, his expression changed from flustered to extremely happy, his eyes widened, and the corners of his mouth even smiled to the ears. Sunflower is good, Sunflower is good. Follow me to welcome you. Black Zetsu. Shion. Heard that Uzumaki Sunflower came to Gwangan Hall. Black Zetsu immediately perked up. Thinking back over the past 10 years, due to Uzumaki Naruto's initial publicity about the history of Otsutsuki Kaguya. Make Otsutsuki Kaguya admired by thousands of people together with Naruto. Also, the ninja was even more amazed by the uncanny workmanship of the Gwangan temple floating on the lake. However, Black Zetsu and Otsutsuki Kaguya knew very well in their hearts that this was just Uzumaki Naruto's surveillance of the two of them. It's just that in these years, the development of the ninja world has exceeded the imagination of Otsutsuki Kaguya and Black Zetsu. Under the rule of Uzumaki Naruto, the ninja world is orderly. Not only that, but with the efforts of the scientific research team formed by Orochimaru, the technological level of the ninja world has also been greatly improved. In order to make it easier for villagers to travel between villages, each village has a very convenient minecar. Shipping technology has also been greatly developed. Over the past 10 years, people's evaluation of Uzumaki Naruto has become higher and higher. Even, his child also has a detached status in the eyes of everyone. Everyone actually actively divided the world into levels in their hearts. The Uzumaki Naruto family is the only one. Otsutsuki Kaguya is a special existence, it is considered a first class. Everyone else, although they have different positions in the ninja world, in the hearts of everyone, they all belong to another level of people different from the Uzumaki clan and Otsutsuki Kaguya. Slowly, Otsutsuki Kaguya and Black Zetsu also got used to life here. Delicious food and drink are served by others, and gradually, in their hearts, they don't want to argue with Uzumaki Naruto about the ownership of this land. At least for the time being, even if Otsutsuki Kaguya is capable of fighting Naruto, it is nothing more than letting the civilization of this continent go back to the era when she just came. Such an approach is obviously meaningless. Just for Black Zetsu, what disgusts him the most is the strange behavior of the Whirlpool Naruto. As long as the other party gives birth to a child, they will take it to the Gwangan Hall for a stroll. Black Zetsu doesn't know exactly what they agree with. However, he cannot deny that under the influence of these children, Kaguya's mind has become softer than before. HMPH. Damn Uzumaki Naruto. From now on, just let the sunflowers come to play, and don't let other people come. Black Zetsu complained to White Zetsu beside him while walking. After all, he doesn't want to recall the fear of being dominated by a brat. Perhaps because of their unique looks, many of the children in Uzumaki Naruto's family were very curious when they saw Black Zetsu for the first time, and the subsequent playfulness brought a little psychological shadow to Black Zetsu. Although as time went by, the older bear children became more polite when they saw him, but Black Zetsu just couldn't like them. The most painful thing for Black Zetsu is that these bear children have been born with special strength, and even a few of them have the same ability as Otsutsuki Kaguya. I can't beat and beat, and there is no point in cursing a few times. Uncle Black Zetsu just arrived at the door. The voice suddenly made Black Zetsu smile. Isn't this a sunflower? Why are you free to play? Black Zetsu greeted him with a smile. For sunflowers, he still likes them very much. Uzumaki Sunflower is a very sensible and polite child since childhood. The most important thing is the Uzumaki sunflower that opened Tensegan since childhood, which is deeply loved by Otsutsuki Kaguya. Brothers and sisters are busy with their studies, I have nothing to do at home, so I came to visit Aunt Kaguya. And after a while, when the new semester starts, I will go to school in Konoha village. When the time comes, there will be less time. Hearing this, Black Zetsu was taken aback. Only then did I realize that Sunflower has indeed reached the age of school. But when he heard the other party say that his sister and brothers are busy with their studies, Black Zetsu suddenly felt a bit of contempt. The group of children stood at the top of the pyramid when they were born. What else is there to do with their studies? Even, he thinks Uzumaki Naruto is superfluous to send these children to school. However, during the chat between Black Zetsu and Sunflower, a beautiful figure suddenly appeared in the corridor. Is it Uzumaki Sunflower? Sunflower heard the prestige and looked over. A smile instantly appeared on her face. Aunt Kaguya. After speaking, Sunflower took small steps and quickly ran towards Kaguya. Otsutsuki Kaguya saw this, and at the same time spread his arms, hugging the sunflower in his arms. Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu. Impossible. What magic power does the Uzumaki sunflower have? It's enough to make the mother run out to pick her up in person? Uchiha Obito. That's not the point. Black Zetsu. Isn't that the point? Hitaki Kakashi. Shouldn't the point be that both you and Otsutsuki Kaguya are obsessed with cute sunflowers? Uzumaki Kushina. I think it took more than 10 years for Kaguya and Black Zetsu to adapt to the living environment here. However, it is very lonely in Gwangan Temple. No one can endure loneliness, and neither can Otsutsuki Kaguya. Uchiha Madara. Is that why Uzumaki takes his children to play with Kaguya? Senju Tobarama. This is really a coup. Kuro Ming sees Kaguya's loneliness, so let your own children accompany Kaguya? Shimura Danzo. This means, Udatane Kaharu, Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen. What the hell does this have to do with me? Shimura Danzo. HMPH, he's definitely trying to create a new bond for Otsutsuki Kaguya so that he can better control her. Uzumaki Kushina. Uncle Danzo, how dark is your mind? That child will not use his own child in order to strengthen the bond of Otsutsuki Kaguya. Namikaze Minato. I think that child simply understands loneliness, so he chooses to do this. Black Zetsu. No matter what Uzumaki's intentions are in his head, I have to say that this is a good way, especially for mothers who have been betrayed by their own children. Spending time with a group of innocent children after a long time, the mentality will inevitably undergo a great change. Uzumaki Naruto. Actually, these are secondary. I found that even in the future of Koronaru, the technology of the ninja world has been greatly improved. Do you think there will be scientific ninja tools that are convenient for ninjas to use? Uchiha Sasuke. No, at least in the flashing scenes, no scientific ninjutsu that can use ninjutsu was found, and when using many technological products, it must be based on certain ninjutsu. Use. Terumi Mei. So the future of Hyeming is exactly the opposite of that of Beiming. It is the same for ordinary villagers. They can take convenient transportation by mine car or ferry, but ninjas need to reach a certain level when using some special scientific ninja tools. It can only be used at the level of strength. Onoki. Yes, like Hyuga Neji, they use flying machines, and they must learn light and heavy rock techniques. Fourth Reikage. Light and heavy rock technique. I remember that in Iwagakure, it seems that only 3rd Tsuchikage knows it. And when you flew with Black Soil and Lois, it was also the light rock technique that you applied to them. Onoki. Well, this is a very difficult ninjutsu to learn, but many people from the Hyuga clan have already learned it, which is enough to prove that in the world of Kuro Naruto, the overall strength of future ninjas has risen to a higher level. Tsunade. That's for sure. There is no war in their world, and there is no competitiveness for development. Ninjas have a lot of time to devote their energy to practice, and their strength will naturally increase. Isn't this Uzumaki Sunflower? We haven't seen each other for a while, don't you know to visit me at my place? Otsutsuki Kaguya came to the back garden with sunflowers. Just stepped over the threshold, a slightly tugging sound came into the ears of the two. Sunflower took a closer look, only to find a slightly fat civet cat lying on the lawn. Show Crane. Sunflower immediately smiled. Sorry, I haven't been to Sanagakure recently. But why did you come to Aunt Kaguya? Huh. Shuhei snorted coldly, standing up with his fat body. Isn't it because Gaara and Naruto have joined forces to do greening, and they have been doing it for more than 10 years, almost destroying my sandy land? I have no choice but to temporarily come to Master Kaguya's Gwangan Hall. However, Shohei's words made Sunflower blink slightly. In her impression, Uncle Gaara has reserved a large desert wasteland for Shuhei to play. Why did he become homeless when he put it in his mouth? Bewildered, Sunflower can only look at Otsutsuki Kaguya. Kaguya's expression suddenly became serious when he saw this, and he said in a deep voice, "Tell the truth." Shuhei heard the sound, suddenly broke out in a cold sweat, and laughed quickly. I was just kidding with you, Sunflower. Today is just my turn to come to Gwangan Hall to plant fruit trees. Plant fruit trees? After Sunflower heard this, she became even more irritated. Fortunately at this time, Otsutsuki Kaguya took her hand and walked towards the depths of the back garden. That's a fruit forest. Kaguya points to the distance. This is the result of my research with your father Uzumaki Naruto. The fruit of this fruit forest is formed by absorbing chakra and condensing. For ninjas, it has the effect of improving strength. However, it is not prepared for everyone. Otsutsuki Kaguya patiently explained the fruit trees in front of Uzumaki Sunflower. Sunflower now understands that the fruit forest in front of her can absorb chakra and bear fruit. It was specially prepared by Father Uzumaki Naruto for those ninjas who have average aptitude but practice very hard. The reward is to reward their indomitable spirit. Amazing. Uzumaki Sunflower seems to have seen something amazing. His eyes are shining with excitement. However, her actions made Sho laugh out loud. I said sunflowers. Although these fruits sound very powerful, they are not very effective for some people who have sufficient chakra. Of course, for ordinary ninjas, the effect is still good, but if you want to be very powerful, you need to take a lot. Unfortunately, Naruto will not let his ninjas depend on this kind of thing. Those who can get this kind of fruit have to go through layers of screening. But for you, this kind of fruit is useless. No excitement. Ah. Hearing the words, Sunflower suddenly felt like a deflated ball. The emotions that had just risen were hit instantly. The appearance of Nuzui made Otsutsuki Kaguya frown even more. Kaguya immediately shouted, Sunflower, don't listen to Shuhei's nonsense. The whole world knows that his mouth is not a gatekeeper. Who said it's useless? In addition to enhancing chakra, this fruit is more important because of its excellent taste. Even if it doesn't affect one's own strength, the sweet and delicious feeling can make people feel good. How about it, Sunflower? Do you want me to pick some for you to try? Yeah. Sunflower finally nodded happily. Seeing this, Kaguya immediately cast a sharp look at Shuzuru. Seeing this, Shohei's legs went limp in fright, and he slumped down on the ground. Shuhei. What are you doing sitting on the ground? Why don't you hurry up and pick some good-looking fruits for Sunflower to taste? Audience, is this the treatment of the 9 princesses of the Vortex Empire? Otsutsuki Kaguya is literally doting on him. Gaara. Ah. Poor Shukaku. 9 tails. It really deserves it. Stinky Raccoon is unreliable when it comes to talking. Knowing that Sunflower is the jewel in the palm of the empire, Kaguya loves her even more. Even Black Zetsu is very happy to see her. It insists on joking with sunflowers. Orochimaru. These are trivial things, but what is amazing is the orchard that Naruto-kun and Kaguya jointly planted. The fruit can actually strengthen the ninja's strength. Jiraiya. Is this to inspire people who are mediocre but good-spirited? Tsunade. Ninja talents are different, but in this way, those ninjas who are working hard can close the gap with geniuses. Rock Lee. This. Hey. Isn't this a special reward for ninjas like us? Might Guy. In this way, in the world of Kuromaki, those children like Lee will have a better future development. As expected of Uzumaki Kuromaki, I didn't expect him to even. Anything can be done. Uzumaki Naruto. Using tailed beasts to grow fruit trees. This. Uchiha Sasuke. His ideas are really unconstrained, I admire. Otsutsuki Kaguya's doting on Uzumaki sunflowers is truly astounding. However, Through this short segment played on the screen, the audience of Beiming World has a general idea of what the future ninja world of Hyeming World will look like. Stability and harmony are only part of it. The improvement of the overall quality of the ninjas is in sharp contrast to the ninjas in Beiming World. Even Uzumaki Black Ming cooperated with Otsutsuki Kaguya, using Kaguya's experience to supply fruit trees with chakra, and produce fruits containing chakra. It has greatly improved the confidence of the so-called Cranetail to become a ninja. It further promotes the attitude and determination of ninjas in active practice. However, this method of chakra watering has to be done by a creature with a huge amount of chakra. The tail beast transformed into a hard-working gardener. In general comparison, the world dominated by Uzumaki Black Ming crushes the pattern of the world where Ri Ming lives in every aspect. Nagato. Hey Ming is really amazing. I want to see how our Rain Shinobi village is doing now. Conan. Nagato, don't worry. I think there is absolutely no problem. After all, Rain Shinobi village is also Koronaru's territory in Koronaru's world. Jiraiya. Yes Nagato, this kind of thing is nothing to worry about. Nagato. Well, I think so, and with Conan's character, there shouldn't be too much conflict with Uzumaki, there should be no problem. Hidan. Oh, the leader is about to die. Red Sand Scorpion. I don't know what we will do in the future world. I think as the veteran of the Hyeming group, the position should not be low. Deidara. Brother Scorpion's level must be at the top of the puppet department, but I'm definitely at the top of the blasting team. Kakuzu. HMPH. The financial ambassador is none other than me. Dried persimmons and ghost sharks can be engaged in fishing. Hoshigaki Kisame. Kakuzu. I don't like what you say, but anyway, we definitely have plans, but what can Hidan do? Hidan. Fisherman. What do you mean? The back garden of Gwangan Palace. Uzumaki Sunflower Meimei tasted the so-called mixed chakra fruit. The taste is crisp, sweet and delicious. Eating sunflowers makes me feel much more beautiful. Dessert is here. Black Zetsu and White Zetsu, with desserts in their hands, put them on the table. Thank you uncle. Sunflower's polite response made the two of them even more elated. By the way, I heard you're going to school in a while? Otsutsuki Kaguya looked at the sunflower holding the crane in her arms lovingly. After Shuhei heard this, he smiled and said, Sunflower, you have activated Tenseigan, and you still have to go to the Konoha village Jonin school, aren't you going to bully people? I wonder what Uzumaki Naruto thinks. His children are so strong, and they still have to go to the so-called school for advanced studies. They really took off their pants and farted. Hey. I agree with Shuzuru's words. Black Zetsu agrees repeatedly. However, within 2 seconds of the two being happy, they were silent under Kaguya's indifferent gaze. Well. Sunflower nodded and said, we definitely need to go to school. After all, there are many things that need to be learned in school. This sentence made Otsutsuki Kaguya smile a little. Our sunflowers have grown up. However, upon hearing this, Uzumaki Sunflower looked happily at Otsutsuki Kaguya. Slightly excited. By the way, Aunt Kaguya, I have something to tell you. Sunflower will not be the smallest 9 princesses in the future. I have 10 younger sisters. Nani. Black Zetsu and Shuhei heard the sound, their eyes straightened in shock. Especially Black Zetsu, who was sitting on the seat, jumped up in shock. F*K. Uzumaki Naruto is going to have a baby again? Kirigakure Mizukage building highest level meeting room. A noble woman with a slightly bulging stomach in gorgeous clothes sits quietly on a chair. She is accompanied by 2 half-masked female guards. Beside him, stood a slightly lazy teenager. However, in front of her, many ninja-like people were half-kneeling on the ground. Chojuro, wearing a Mizukage hat, was sweating profusely and said, Master Terumi Mei, you are pregnant, but you came to Kirigakure after a long journey. The subordinates are really a little scared. On the chair, Terumi Mei let out a sigh of relief, waved her hands and said, Okay Chojuro, you were my capable subordinate before. There is no need to perform such a great gift, hurry up and sit down with the high-level officials of Yuanyan village. And this time I came mainly to take advantage of their school trip to Kirigakure. I took the opportunity to go back to my hometown to see. After so many years, our Kirigakure has developed quite well. As expected, I was right in recommending you to become Mizukage. Terumi Mei smiled. Such actions also made Chojuro and other Kirigakure executives heave a sigh of relief. However, no one dared to look up. At the same time, a lazy voice came from outside the door. I said, Chongjuro, what are you afraid of? Isn't it just a bunch of little thieves? As for scaring you like this? Soon, a figure came in from outside the door. Looking closely, it is the Ghost Lantern Water Moon of the Ghost Lantern clan. Shueui bared her teeth, smiled at Chojuro and the others, and then looked at Terumi Mei. Salute. Master Terumi Mei, Your Highness Shin. Your Highness Shin. The audience in Beiming World was startled. According to Suigetsu's performance, there is no doubt that the blonde-haired boy he is talking about is the son of Uzumaki Kuromaki and Terumi Mei. Uzumaki letter. Terumi Mei, Nani. I also contributed to the revival of the Uzumaki clan. Tsunade. PFF'd. I really didn't expect that even you. Jiraiya. This is unexpected. As the fifth Mizukage of Kirigakure, Terumi Mei is good-looking. The most important thing is that she has boil style and lava style. There is no reason for such a bloodline to be lonely. Onoki. No wonder the Terumi Mei from the Black Naruto world looks different from the Terumi Mei from the White Naruto world. Fourth Raikage. Yes. I remember that in the world of Bai Ming, Terumi Mei was very old at this time, but in the world of Hei Ming, she looks exactly the same as 10 years ago. Uzumaki Kushina. Ah. The 10th sister mentioned by Sunflower must be the child in Terumi Mei's stomach. Chojuro. As expected of Master Terumi Mei, our Kirigakure Master Terumi Mei is no worse than anyone else, but why does Suigetsu seem to have a higher status than me, Mizukage? On such an important occasion, he dared to tease me. Gaidong Shueui. The two of us are not the same. I followed Master Orochimaru and surrendered to Hyeming early. In terms of seniority, I belong to the first group. Subordinates like you should not have a higher status than me. Dried persimmon ghost shark. Oh, Shueui is really arrogant. Dao Di Zai Bu Zan. HMPH, in terms of status, who of you can compare with me? Bye. Yes, because the chairman of the Haoshuen Shipping Company. Terumi Mei. But the little thief in Suigetsu. Could it be said that in the world of Black Naruto, Boruto and others also met those who wanted to regroup the 7 ninja swords and bring Kirigakure back to the blood mist? Those kids? Black Zetsu. Those bastards. How dare they jump? After listening to Shuei's words, Chong Wanglong was even more shocked and sweated profusely. He didn't know what was going on. Originally, the interior of Kirigakure has always been very peaceful. But I don't know why. Just after Terumi Mei and Uzumaki came to Kirigakure, someone actually stole Kirigakure's 7 ninja swords while everyone was welcoming and arranging them. He actually threatened to restart the blood mist. What's even more difficult is that the Finado clan, who were once repelled by Chojuro, actually recharged their energy for several years, and even went to war against Kirigakure. Chojuro would not feel nervous in normal times, but the situation is different now. The arrival of Terumi Mei and Uzumaki Shin put him under the pressure of arrogance. Not only that, except for the 3rd Imperial Princess Uzumaki Ailu and the 9th Princess Uzumaki Sunflower, all other highnesses participated in this study trip. I never thought that I would encounter such a thing, this scene. Chongjuro can't grasp it. Why? Terumi Mei rubbed her temples, but there was no emotion on her face. Just jokingly said, Shueui, you also stand and talk without back pain. Wasn't your original ideal to collect ninja knives? His Majesty Naruto once discussed with me to take back the ninja sword and give it to you for safekeeping, but you refused and insisted on staying in the imperial capital to follow Orochimaru. If you had kept the ninja knife back then, how could there be so many troubles today? What Master Terumi Mei said is true, I didn't even think about it. Shueui rubbed the back of her head in embarrassment. But I laughed in my heart and said, I have to stay in Kirigakure to keep the ninja swords, so staying in Kirigakure is not as comfortable as staying in the imperial capital with Mr. Orochimaru. It doesn't matter if you can't bear the knife. By the way, why are you here? Terumi Mei just remembered that Shueui is not currently arranged in Kirigakure. Oh. It's like this. Master Orochimaru arranged for me to go to the big spiral shipping company to find Senior Zaibuko and get a batch of experimental equipment. I just heard that Your Highness is coming to Kirigakure for a school trip, and Terumi Mei-sama is also coming here. So don't cut me off. Senior dragged me to deliver a lot of supplies for raising the baby, and I'll come by the way to say hello to you. Terumi Mei heard the words. A trace of relief suddenly appeared on his face. The corner of his mouth curled up into a smile, and he gently stroked his protruding belly. The letter on the side also said with a smile on his face, My lord, will we be able to meet our god sister in 3 years' time? 3 years. Others were not surprised by what Uzumaki said. Because I heard that Uzumaki Naruto's children were born after 3 years of pregnancy. After all, they are really too powerful. Yeah. Terumi Mei nodded. Then, his face suddenly became serious and he said, Chongjuro, you don't have to worry about it. The Fanado clan grew stronger because of improper pursuit. And the other party came to Kirigakure to make trouble while taking advantage of the school trip of His Royal Highnesses, and by the way, there was a rebellion inside Kirigakure. It must be the result of cooperation between the Fanado clan and those little devils. However, you don't have to worry. The unexpected situation this time should be regarded as the content of the study assessment given by His Majesty to His Highnesses. Up. You send Kirigakure's high-level officials to the outer sea area to assist Boruto and the others, and those little devils inside Kirigakure, let Shin deal with it. Terumi did not forget to smile at Uzumaki Shin after finishing her speech. My good boy, although you are the 6th brother of Boruto and the others, you are also Boruto, Pinju, Sunflower and Wei Wei. The 6th brother of Mungwo who met. You can't let your father down. Yes. Mother, those bastards who want to restore the blood mist can be dealt with by me. Uzumaki smiled confidently, and said by the way, I'm going to find them now, and after I solve them, I will rush to help Boruto and the others. Ghost Lantern Shueui at the side touched his chin suspiciously when he heard the words. I can't help but wonder if the group of highnesses I watched growing up have misunderstood the so-called strength. Only by the Fanado clan. They are dealing with the children of Uzumaki Naruto. Why do they need help? However, Shueui suddenly remembered something. She was stunned, and said awkwardly, Your Highness, when I entered the door just now, I saw a figure flying in the air. The direction is exactly the other side of the sea. Look at the red-haired appearance of the other party. If I think it's right, it should be the 3rd princess. Ah. 3rd sister. Uzumaki Shin trembled. Is it Ailu? I didn't expect Ailu to come too. Terumi Mei was also surprised, and then smiled. Chongjuro, stop kneeling. Hurry up and send some people to see if there is anything to do. Our family Ailu is not a person who likes to show mercy. Hearing the sound, Chongjuro immediately took orders. Take all the high-level Kirigakure and leave in an instant, heading towards the sea. After Uzumaki Shin heard that Uzumaki Ailu was coming, he also ran out with the ghost lamp Sueui. Mother, let's deal with the internal affairs of Kirigakure first. Just rest in Kirigakure. Tsunade. No wonder there are so many people. In more than 10 years, the Black Naruto has only one child. Orochimaru. Conceived for 3 years. Jiraiya. It must be because Kuromaki is too strong, and it is difficult for ordinary people to combine with it. Therefore, if it can be combined, the pregnancy time is much longer than that of ordinary people. Onoki. Sure enough, there are people who are not afraid of death in any era. I just can't figure out how the Jozon clan dared to invade Zhuanyan village in a world ruled by Haiming. 4th Raikage. I remember that the Fanado clan belonged to the wandering ninjas on the sea, and they usually robbed merchant ships, and Kirigakure was in charge of the stability of the sea, so I must have had a lot of experience with them. After many frictions, I just didn't expect that in Hemming's world, the Fanado clan would actually unite with those guys who can use ninja swords to cooperate internally and externally. Namikaze Minato. It's hard to say what to think in people's minds. Even if the child puts all the ninjas under the management of Konoha village and then distributes them to various regions, there are still some people with intentions. Unpredictable. Terumi Mei. It's all small problems, I just want to see what kind of performance my son can have. Tsunade. Hihi. What kind of performance can this have? It's just against a few stacked thieves. What other outstanding performance do you want him to have? Haruno Sakura. But I found that Uzumaki Shin seemed to be a little scared of Uzumaki Ailu, and when he heard Ailu rushing to the battlefield, he visibly shivered. Yamanaka Ino. Maybe this is the so-called suppression of blood. The younger brother will feel scared when he meets his older sister. Tiantian. Especially for a sister like Ailu, she is a person who kills Otsutsuki Ura style with one blow, and may have been suppressed by Ailu when she was a child. Azuki Shion. No, Ailu is a bit naturally dumb. How could she bully her younger brother? Yurihong. Shi Yan. This kind of thing has nothing to do with whether Ailu is natural or not, but I remember Jien Jin said that Ailu's 10 people slaughtered the entire Fudo family. Hyuga Hinata. Anyway, the relationship between Naruto-kun's children is particularly good. Terumi Mei. Hinata, there is no doubt about it. It must be because we educated well. After all, with Haiwu's character, the time to educate children is definitely not as long as he spent in the gravity space. Tsunade. Tisk tisk tisk. What you said, it seems that you and Hinata became a family in an instant. Why? Azuki Shion. And I. Mitarashi Anko. Shion, with your attitude, I have to doubt that you are showing off here, but how could the Fanado clan be left behind with Haiwu's personality? Black Zetsu. HMPH. What else? He went to destroy the Fanado clan, and the ninjas in Yuanyan village have nothing to eat. Uzumaki Shin pulls Suigetsu out of the Mizukage building. Finally, the two slowed down. Shin looked at Shuei and asked. Since you already know what's going on inside Kirigakure, you should investigate who they are. Shuei shrugs undeniably. He has long been accustomed to the meticulousness of Uzumaki's letter. As Orochimaru said, the new generation of Uzumaki children cannot be judged by ordinary people. Although they have very different personalities, they are definitely the ones who stand at the top of the pyramid. Oh. I really can't hide anything from your highness. Besides, since I've teased Chongjuro in front of him, I'm sure of it. Your highness, the group of people who stole the ninja knife, because the leader is the dry weapon corpse Chungjun. Dried persimmon corpse Chungjun? Uzumaki is slightly stunned upon hearing this. The name sounds very familiar. Immediately, he seemed to remember something, and said with a smile, so it's Senior Shi Chungjun. Although he called the opponent senior in his mouth, Uzumaki Shin's tone was obviously full of bad intentions. I remember when I was in the ninja school, Suma Senpai would often win over the students who went from Kirigakure to the ninja school. Also, he always likes to form cliques. Yeah, Uzumaki Shin said to himself, this guy was quite famous in school. Forehead. Ghost Lamp Shuei looked at Uzumaki Shin with a smile on his lips, trembling slightly in his heart. This smile makes people shudder. A hidden underground warehouse somewhere in Kirigakure. Dried persimmon corpse Chungjun, user of big sword shark muscle. Onamichi Hisaku, the user of the first broadsword. Snakeberry, a user of long knife and needle. The flute blows the giant bee, and the blunt knife cuts the user. Ghost Yuzu Ichirota, 533, explosive knife droplets use concealment. Black Ho Wen Dan, user of Thunder Sabertooth. 6 people gathered in the underground warehouse, planning something. The rest of the people are the users of Double Sword Flounder, Goju Kagura. Z Chungjun. Kagura is Chojiro's favorite ninja, and the other party is the grandson of 4th Mizukage. I don't think it's possible to win him over. That's right. There are about 6 of us. While the Fanado clan is attacking Kirigakure, we took advantage of Chojiro and others to prepare for the battle against the Fanado clan. We took advantage of Zunyan village. Dried persimmon corpse Chungjun heard this, and the row of fangs became sharper. Peace will only create waste. Under the rule of Uzumaki Naruto, ninjas have forgotten what they once looked like. Our move is to awaken the fighting spirit of the ninjas. It's just that Chungjun, the dry persimmon corpse, has not finished talking. There was a commotion outside. Soon, 2 figures appeared in front of the 6 people. I said, you seem to have a great opinion on the ninja ruled by your father? Dried persimmon corpse Chungjun Sr. The sudden intruder made the 6 of them instantly vigilant. After seeing the person coming, they frowned, and quickly recognized the identity of the other person. Does the Uzumaki of the Uzumaki clan believe? Dried persimmon corpse Chungjun said with a light smile. How did you have the guts to break into our base alone? I don't think that the ghost lamp and water moon beside you can hold you in our hands. For Uzumaki letter, the six are no strangers. Of course, not just Uzumaki letter. Any child of Uzumaki Naruto is a star at the ninja school in Konoha village. The Uzumaki clan itself symbolizes the top existence on this continent. This is also one of the reasons why Gon Shi Cheng is really upset. They have never seen how powerful the children of Uzumaki Naruto are, just because they are the royal family of the Uzumaki Empire. You will be admired by all people. Even in the former ninja world, the family members of Shadow did not have this special treatment. Ninja world is a world where the strong are respected. Hey, I know, even my mother who loves to talk about this kind of thing doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Uzumaki believed that he didn't mean to get used to Shizumi and others. Immediately interrupted the other party's conversation, and asked with my ears closed, I'm wondering, are you dissatisfied with your life? Why didn't the Fanado clan prepare for the battle against Kirigakure when the Fanado clan attacked Kirigakure? Instead, they joined forces with them and wanted to restart the village of Bloodmist. Is this good for you? Facing Uzumaki Shin's question, Takisa Suma sneered. He walked forward a few steps slowly, spread his hands and said, according to the history of ninjas, Uzumaki Naruto unified this continent more than 10 years ago after the end of the Fourth Ninja World War. Under his rule, the lives of ninjas have become more and more comfortable, gradually detached from the essence of ninja existence. Even those well-known ninjas gradually degenerated in this comfortable environment. When this matter was mentioned, Gon Shi Chungjun's face suddenly darkened. Just like my senior compatriots, dried persimmons and ghosts. Once upon a time, he was also the third of the famous 7 ninja swordsmen. But after Uzumaki Naruto ruled the ninja world, he was arranged to become an ordinary person, living a life of fish farming. HMPH. For a ninja, this is simply a great shame. Ninjas should have lived in an environment of constant fighting, not like they are now. Uzumaki believes that if the ninjas are not living so comfortably today, how would the Funado clan dare to launch a retaliatory war against Kirigakure? Dried persimmon ghost shark. Kakuzu. This. I really hit it off. Hoshigaki Kisame went to raise fish. Hidan. PFF'd. No, I'm going to die laughing. Even if Hoshigaki Kisame doesn't deserve much credit, he wouldn't be raising fish. Didera. Yes, in fact, the members of our Akatsuki organization all joined him after the failed attack on Uzumaki Himing, and looking at the previous appearance, his relationship with us is not too bad, and he sent us to do some important things. He Ming can't cross rivers and tear down bridges, he should not be this kind of person. Red Sand Scorpion. Could it be that Hoshigaki Kisame surrendered too late, so he directly arranged to go to Gao Fishery for development? Nagato. This. He Ming will not be the one who settles accounts after the fall. Shimura Danzo. Why can't he? Doesn't he do less to settle accounts after autumn? Conan. No, I remember that when watching the picture of Beiming World, Kisame was already full of disappointment in the world of ninjas. He did not hesitate to kill his companions in order to ensure the completion rate of intelligence missions, and he did not hesitate to commit suicide to prevent intelligence from falling into the hands of the enemy. The reason why he is willing to support Uchiha Obito's infinite Tsukuyomi plan is because he wants to escape from the ninja Shishi. Hoshigaki Kisame. Conan is right. I consider myself a very qualified ninja, but I really don't like this kind of life. Uchiha Itachi. So Kisame went to fish farming, is it purely something I want to do? After listening to Gon Shi Chungjun's remarks, Shueui clapped her hands together and said, dried persimmon ghost shark is indeed not suitable for the life of a ninja. Of course, his so-called inability to adapt is because he doesn't want to be a ninja from the bottom of his heart. The thing about him going to raise fish is that he voluntarily quit his ninja career, which has nothing to do with His Majesty Naruto. Afterwards, Shueui did not forget to remind Uzumaki in a low voice, Your Highness, don't listen to this guy's nonsense. The Fanado clan was born from the sea is different from 10 kinds of ninjas. They really dived to the bottom of the sea to escape. Kirigakure's ninjas are hard to hunt down. However, His Majesty Naruto really wants to deal with them, none of them can escape. Uzumaki letter nods, with Brother Boruto's actions are not as convenient as ours. It's hard to come to Kirigakure, which is far away from the imperial capital, on a school trip. It's equivalent to being blocked by the Finado clan when he went out for the first time. How can there be such a coincidence in the world? Of course, based on my understanding of my father, he is not a person who likes to watch others always rely on others. Haha, as expected of His Highness, Xiaoli said with a smile. Okay. I understand roughly. Uzumaki Shin snorted coldly. The group of people who opened the weapon day Chungjun just have enough to eat and have nothing to do. If the ninja world really returns to what it used to be, I'm afraid this group of people would have peed their pants in fear. After speaking, Uzumaki Shin stepped forward. By the way, let me tell you. Suigetsu just followed me to recover the ninja swords in your hands. I will take your life. That's right. Ganshishi Chungjun, you have misunderstood me all this time. I am not here to protect His Highness as you think. Xiaoli shrugged. I just came to pick up the knife. What? Everyone frowned even more when they heard the sound. Dried persimmon corpse Chungjun immediately laughed out loud. With you as the second-generation ancestor? You say that. I am very grateful for your recognition of my second ancestor's identity. Uzumaki believed while walking. As if he doesn't care that Chengma, the dried persimmon corpse, calls him the second ancestor. I have the right to think that you recognize our Uzumaki family in your heart. Then, I hope that in the next life, you will have more brains, and live a good life when you have enough to eat, and don't be like you are now. Uzumaki's letter has just finished speaking. The originally clear blue eyes suddenly flashed a few ripples. The next second, a pair of Rinnegan's appeared out of nowhere. What is that? Everyone was shocked when they saw this. In their impression, Uzumaki Naruto's children have never shown any outstanding strength except for being more approachable in school. However, there is very little time for thinking about Kanshishi Chungjun and others. Before they could react, their bodies flew towards Uzumaki Shin uncontrollably. Hey, what's going on? This is silent. This. Puff. The huge gravitational force caused the 6 people to panic for a while. Unfortunately, after their bodies stopped, the scorching breath of the sun had spread all over their bodies. Take your last breath. Dried persimmon corpse Chungjun discovered that the bodies of the 6 of them were pierced by the magma ejected from Uzumaki Shin's body. Water moon. Uzumaki let her eyes recovery. In a normal moment, the bodies of the 6 people fell down on the spot. Find someone to hang their bodies in a conspicuous place in Kirigakure, and take back the 6 ninja swords by the way. I'm going to Boruto's brother right now. I know, Your Highness. Xiaoli wiped the cold sweat from her forehead. I thought in my heart that I deserved to be the new generation of Uzumaki family. This terrifying power is chilling even if you look at it from behind. And, I know it in my heart. After all, it was just to deal with a few minions. Uzumaki believed that the strength just now was just done casually. Emperor capital of the Vortex country, in a luxurious room. Several people watched with gusto around a huge crystal ball. Have you already mastered universal pull proficiently? This kid seems to work very hard at ordinary times. At this time, the red-haired woman let out a long breath, as if her tense mood had been relaxed. Yeah. I told you to trust this kid, you're nervous, Kushina. Namikaze Minato laughs. Humph, however, Uzumaki Naruto on the side snorted coldly. Father and mother, you are just too used to them. It's just dealing with a few thieves, nothing to be proud of. Huh. Uzumaki Kushina heard the sound and looked at Uzumaki Naruto. I mean they still need to work harder, are you right? Hyuga Hinata. This. Hyuga Hanabi. Should I go back and let them go to the gravity space to practice together? Yamanaka Ino. That's right, let Ailu watch them practice. Fenghua Xiaoshui. But, there is still an announcement from Nanjin, and I will be filming when I come back. Haruno Sakura. Do you want to practice? 9 Tails. Ha ha ha, practice, you must practice, those little boys are far from strong. Uzumaki Kushina heard the words, gave 9 Tails a blank look, coughed lightly and said, I think the children should have a good meal when they come back. What do you think? Grandma is right. 9 tails. Eat whatever you want, and you will be sent to the gravity space when you come back. 9 tails, who looks like a rag doll on the table, just finished speaking, and suddenly several unkind eyes shot at him. All the girls who just wanted to let their children practice turned against each other after hearing Kushina's proposal. With these gazes, even the 9 tails of 8 times chakra feel the hairs stand on end. Naruto. Naruto, you should say something. Uzumaki Naruto. Why does Himaru's child jump out of Nanjin again? Announcement. What is an announcement? What to shoot? Uchiha Sasuke. You idiot, does not include the unborn. He now has 9 children. The announcement is taken. According to Fenghua Xiaoshui is a female star, it can be seen that Koronaru's 9. Among the children, this one named Whirlpool Nanjin should be an actor and star. Yamanaka Ino. Koronaru actually let his child become an actor. Haruno Sakura. What's so strange about this? It seems that Hyeming doesn't have too many tough demands on his children. They can pursue what they like according to their personal preferences. Things. Yamanaka Ino. I didn't expect that we would watch the children's school trip in the same room, wouldn't it be? Uzumaki Kushina. Yeah, this is good. Inuzuka Tooth. I still feel that Uzumaki's letter ability is a bit weak. The combination of Rinnegan's pupil technique and lava style seems to have no special features. Aburame Shino. Tooth. Don't you think this move by Uzumaki is familiar? It's a bit like Uchiha Sasuke's Yanlei Shen, but the flames turned into magma and erupted all over the body. Molten. Do you think ordinary people can do this kind of ability? Terumi Mei. If you didn't tell me, I wouldn't have thought that my lava style is sprayed out of my mouth. Compared with the letter, the influence of lava style is far behind. Onoki. You use your mouth to release lava style, and your son uses pupil skills. How do you compare? Terumi Mei. As expected, my son is so amazing. Onoki. Silent. Conan. I think their family is happy and happy. Life should be very happy, and the guy Koronaru's telescope technique can actually see Kirigakure from the former land of fire. This range. I always feel that the entire ninja continent cannot escape his observation. Nagato. Why isn't it my range shinobi village? I haven't seen the hut either. Hidan. Boss, I think. Nagato. Stop it, don't even think about it. On the high platform of the palace, Uzumaki Naruto and Namikaze Minato, the father and son, stood outside with the breeze blowing, looking at the overcast weather in the distance. It seems to be raining. Minato is slightly worried. Father, don't be afraid, those children will be fine. After all, they are my children, your grandchildren. Naruto smiled softly, but once again looked at the dark clouds in the distance. Naruto. Namikaze Minato's eyes quivered slightly. Looking at his son's side face, his expression is soft and gratified, mixed with a trace of guilt. 32 years ago that night, because of his decision, his own son became Jinchuriki of 9 tails. The chakra that stayed in the son's body saw everything about Uzumaki Naruto's childhood. But, looking at the current ninja world, the peaceful land under our feet is all thanks to Uzumaki Naruto. Even after Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina saw their former friends after they were resurrected, they realized that they were the last to be resurrected. The reason for this, Namikaze Minato probably got the answer when he wrote Hitaki Kakashi's private chat. Under the circumstances that the situation cannot be guaranteed to be stable in Naruto's heart, he is also worried that what he has done will bring a psychological burden to Kushina and Minato. This way, to achieve such an achievement, what happened to Naruto? Namikaze Minato muttered in his heart. However, at this moment, a spatial fluctuation interrupted his thoughts. Looking back, the space above the high platform suddenly exploded. It is Wangchen Hirasaka. The next second, Otsutsuki Kaguya came out from inside holding Uzumaki Sunflower's little hand. Behind him, follow Black Zetsu and Shuzuru, grandfather. The moment he saw Namikaze Minato, Sunflower rushed into Namikaze Minato's arms with small steps. Sunflower. Minato hugged Sunflower and politely said to Otsutsuki Kaguya, by the way, Senior Kaguya, I have brought you trouble. Facing Minato's humble attitude, Otsutsuki Kaguya nodded slightly. After all, No matter how bad it is, the other party is also Uzumaki Naruto's father. No trouble. Sunflower is very sensible. Kaguya's words made Uzumaki Naruto turn his head, pinched Sunflower's face and smiled. Did you have fun at Aunt Kaguya's place? Yeah. I'm very happy, my lord father. Uzumaki Sunflower giggled amusedly. Yo. Naruto. Long time no see, what have you been up to lately? I heard from Black Zetsu that you practice in the gravitational space every day. Hey, that's not the case. You're already in this state, and you're still working so hard. It's time to enjoy life, compose a song, dance and so on. If you don't, your fifth son Uzumaki can teach you. I heard that his fans even gave him a nickname. Prince of the Desert. It's Oasis Prince, you stupid Tanuki. Black Zetsu said slowly. Yes, damn. Shuhei was in a daze for a moment, and then he complained. It's all my uncle Gaara's fault for turning the original desert into an oasis. Didn't they leave you a big piece of desert for you to play in? Seeing Shuzuru jumping up, Uzumaki Naruto took it into his arms. Why are you so dissatisfied? Blame others, Gaara. Then blame Kankuro, the uncle. None of the two uncles is reliable, plus Temari, who has a temper like thunder. I said, Naruto, why did you want to marry Temari? Shohei's words immediately silenced everyone at the scene. My Uzumaki Naruto is now the majesty of the Uzumaki kingdom, the ruler of the entire world. Who does he want to marry, and he still needs to listen to your opinion. Will you speak? Uzumaki Naruto tapped Shuzuru lightly. Fortunately Temari is not here. If she is, I will seal it into Geto statue for you. She has no such ability. But she can blow pillow wind, you idiot. Suddenly, Nine-Tails' voice came from the door. Soon, the figure of Nine-Tails appeared in everyone's sight. Fourth generation, Naruto. Boruto has already made contact with the Fanado clan. Do you want to come back and have a look? Afa, the young master of the Fanado clan, finally awakened the special ability of the Fanado clan because of his sister's death. This time, Shuhei didn't quarrel with Nine-Tails. About the Fanado clan and Boruto and others going on a school trip, it learned a lot of information from Black Zetsu. Without hesitation, Shuhei broke free from Naruto's embrace, and Nine-Tails went to the doctor. I'll go and see what's going on with the Fanado clan. By the way. When the words came to his lips, Shohei's big eyes rolled away, as if thinking of something. He quickly shut up. With a dodge, he rushed towards the main hall. At this time, Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Sunflower looked slightly worried. Naruto, I'm going back with the Sunflower first. You talk to Senior Kaguya. Namikaze Minato said goodbye to Kaguya politely, and walked into the palace with Sunflower. Black Zetsu, it looks like you told Shuzuru a lot? When everyone left, Uzumaki Naruto's yin and yang attitude suddenly shocked Black Zetsu and broke out in cold sweat. Fortunately, Otsutsuki Kaguya was present. Black Zetsu held back his fear and puffed up his chest and said, I said Uzumaki Naruto, you don't know good people. It's not because Kirigakir's ninjas can't do anything to the Fanado clan. If you don't make a move, Mother can't see it anymore. I originally wanted to kill the Fanado clan directly, so when I went to investigate the information, I didn't expect to meet a masked man who was providing information to the leader of the Fanado clan. Speaking of this, Black Zetsu became more and more energetic, and snorted coldly. Huh. I am very familiar with that masked man, it must be you, Naruto. At the beginning, I believed what he said, which led to us being taken over by you. Uzumaki Naruto remained silent. This look is a default attitude. Also, Naruto is not unaware of Black Zetsu's investigation of the Fanado clan. Now he is not as dimly aware of Black Zetsu as he used to be. When Black Zetsu went to investigate the information, Naruto had already discovered his trace. Boruto, as my eldest son, has a special status. Also, I don't quite agree with Sage of Six Paths' practice of passing the position of ninja to his younger brother Ashura. Originally, Indra's identity is a good brother who loves his younger brother. If Sage of Six Paths didn't engage in some practice competitions to test the two brothers, that directly gave the ninja to the elder brother Indra, maybe the two brothers would be very united. The development of ninja sect may not be bad. Speaking of Boruto, Don't look at that kid who is lively on the surface, and even a little naughty when he was a child. But I know very well that his character is mostly biased towards his mother Hinata. Soft and kind-hearted, he will be a bit indecisive in doing things. So I just use the things of the Fanado clan to hone him. Oh? Otsutsuki Kaguya was full of curiosity when he heard that. Naruto, with your strength surpassing mine, you have already reached the point of immortality. Lifetime does not have much influence on you. You are different from Yuya. As long as you want, you can sit in this position forever. Why choose an heir? Uzumaki Naruto shook his head. Kaguya. The goals of the two of us have never changed. The reason why I continue to practice is to deal with the Otsutsuki that strikes later. If there is really no threat to this continent in the future, can't we just rest? At that time, all affairs will naturally be handed over to Boruto. As expected. The audience in Beiming World suddenly realized. As expected, Uzumaki Black Naruto deliberately arranged for Boruto and the others to attack Kirigakure by the Fanado clan. In the process of training the Boruto brothers and sisters, by the way, the Fanado clan left behind was completely disposed of. What a tragedy. The Fanado clan. Senju Tobarama. I remember that Afa, the young master of the Fanado clan, has terrible power after awakening. On the sea, he can control the sea. Uchiha Madara. Indeed, that guy named Fa is indeed Kai-dun. Jiraiya. Hey, what can I do? In places without water, the combat power of their tribe is extremely weak. Tsunade. In our world, the Fanado clan wanted to destroy Kirigakure because the patriarch's wife was accidentally frozen by Kirigakure's ninjas during the battle between the two sides. Orochimaru. Tsunade, it's normal to hate, but no matter in our world or in Naruto-kun's world, the Fanado clan are all galloping on the sea, making a living by burning, killing, and looting transport ships on the sea. It is impossible for the Kirigakure of the two worlds to sit idly by regardless of the ethnic group. Uchiha Sasuke. Huh. Such a group, what face is there to hate? Yamanaka Ino. That's right. Why don't they mention the hatred in the hearts of those who were robbed? Thieves are thieves, and robbers are robbers. Haruno Sakura. I really haven't heard of people who take pride in being a bandit. Uzumaki Kushina. People's hearts are unpredictable, and I can't figure out why I don't behave well in that child's unified world. I have to fight against that child. Black Zetsu. HMPH. Isn't this for their so-called ideals? They are the descendants of the sea, and they are the masters of the sea. Riding the sea is what they want to pursue in their lives. Uchiha Madara. It seems that he has not been severely beaten. Obviously, the Hu family is a group on the sea. The wars between ninjas are almost all decisive battles on land. The Fanado clan naturally didn't understand the serious relationship between them. Terumi Mei. So those who have never been beaten seriously think that we ninjas can't deal with them. Even if ninjas are not good at dealing with them in the sea, but with the current strength of Hyumin, they can sink them into the bottom of the sea forever. Tamari. Speaking of which, will you be able to see all the children of Black Naruto this time? I remember. Konkuro. Ha ha ha, let Neji be arrogant. I said that I can be an uncle just like Gaara, and our nephew has a famous nickname. Gaara. Why'd I feel that Shukaku's do you mean our nephew is a singer? Tamari. What an idiot, to become a singer. It seems that I didn't educate him well. Shuhei. Tamari, your temper is as violent as thunder. Boom boom boom. The sky is covered with dark clouds, thunder and lightning. On the sea, there are huge waves. Kirigakure. Terumi Mei gently put down the teacup in her hand. The two female ninja-like guards are still standing upright behind her. Master Terumi Mei, His Highness Shin has already dealt with the rebels inside Kirigakure, and used the Flying Thunder God technique to rush to His Highness Boruto's side. Yeah. Terumi Mei nodded with satisfaction. The letter is well done, and it didn't take too much time. By the way, Shueui, you don't come to Kirigakure just to give me supplements. Facing Terumi Mei's question, Shueui rubbed the back of her head in embarrassment, and said with a smile, "Oh, you still figured it out." After speaking, Shueui put away her cynical look and became extremely dignified. Master Terumi Mei, I actually got information on the way. A FA. The young master of the Hinata clan seems to have awakened a certain ability, according to the information we have collected in the past. The abilities of the Hinata clan itself are related to the sea. This time His Highness Boruto and the others are fighting against the whole Hinata clan on the sea. It's okay. Terumi Mei interrupted with a chuckle. There won't be anything. You don't have to worry that His Majesty will anger you because of this kind of thing. Otherwise, even the third princess, who is not allowed to participate in the school trip, why would she rush to the scene suddenly? For your Majesty, nothing is hidden from him. Bringing Uzumaki Naruto, Terumi Mei's eyes flashed with a deep love. She has never seen such a godlike existence like Uzumaki Naruto. Until now she can't believe that as a mere Kirigakure 5th Mizukage, she can shoulder the burden of Uzumaki Naruto. Such a glorious task of family revival. It really is like this. Shuei murmured secretly in her heart, and the stone in her heart was finally let go. Above the sea, the huge waves are raging. The boat fleet of the Hinata clan, led by Fa, rides the wind and waves. In the distance, the boats on the Konoha village school trip are swaying back and forth under the heavy rain. However, under the surprised eyes of everyone, in the distance, a channel is drawn in the middle of the tens of meters of huge waves to divide the huge waves into two. The fleet of the Hinata clan sailed out of the channel smoothly. Through the glass of the cabin, all the training ninjas in Konoha village were terrified by this terrifying scene. The huge wave of tens of meters was actually divided into two. This Hinata clan is really a citizen of the sea? It's so terrifying. Brother, the fleet of each family has appeared. Uzumaki Yanjin seemed relaxed and at ease, without any adverse reactions at all, and said calmly, I didn't expect that the young master of the Hinata clan, Afa, really awakened something strange. The strength, I think the scene just now was done by him. Are you trying to show us off? Uzumaki laughed and said, oh, there are 772 people here. What a big battle. Brother Boruto, you really have face. The Hinata clan has dispatched the whole army in order to seek revenge from us. Fourth sister. Don't say that. Compared with other brothers and sisters, Boruto's face is worried, but more people feel a sense of guilt. It's all because we accidentally killed Afa's sister and Xiao Chong's father Zhou Chong. That's why Afa. Please, brother. Ina stared at Boruto in amazement. They are pirates, don't forget, you just shot because you saw them robbing other ships. Uzumaki Naomi Boruto was speechless, holding his forehead in silence. Hey, we know that you had a good contact with Fa during the trip, but you know people and faces but you don't know your heart, big brother. Uzumaki Tiondo is wearing sunglasses, so cool to step forward. Yes, second sister. Uzumaki Nanjin, who was putting on makeup, seemed to hear someone calling her. Put down the cosmetic box in your hand and ask softly, ah? Are you here already? Nagato. Nanjin? Why does she look like Conan? Conan. Isn't Nanjin an actress? Shouldn't she be Fenghua Xiaoshui's daughter? On screen. The group of calm and natural children, although not all hair colors are as golden as Haiming. However, the six paths texture on the face is extremely recognizable. It's just that what puzzles the audience in the world of Hakunaru is that Uzumaki Shinjin, the second princess of the Karamaraki family, is not Fuka Koyuki's daughter. However, judging from the current situation, the objects selected by Uzumaki are almost all daughters of major families, as well as important figures from other ninja villages. Nagato. Even Conan. Impossible. Jiraiya. Conan's origami technique can be said to be rare in the ninja world, and she is also the controller of Rain Shinobi Village. Even for better management, it is not difficult for her to become a family with Black Naruto. Hidan. Hey. I thought Conan was already dead, but I didn't expect his status to be completely different. Kakuzu. With Conan in charge, there is no need to worry about the development of Rain Shinobi Village. Conan. I'm just shocked. Why Nanjinwei is my child. Fenghua Xiaoshui is a serious princess of the Snow Kingdom. Why? Jiraiya. This kind of thing is easy to understand. The children of Haiming will collectively address you as mothers. If Nanjin likes to be an actress and act, how can you ignore her? Tsunade. Maybe Fenghua Xiaoshui's physique is too ordinary, and it is not so easy to give birth to a new generation of Uzumaki family. Terumi Mei. That's right. After all, it takes at least 3 years for Hemming's child to be born, which is not an easy task for us ninjas, let alone Fenghua Xiaoshui. Squad leader Nanjin. We'll be fine. These pirates seem a bit scary. Hey, don't worry. Your highnesses are not worried. We are the future ninjas of Uzumaki, and can we be afraid of death? Yes, your highnesses are all with us. How can we be afraid of these pirates? Don't be afraid. Being able to encounter this kind of situation is also a valuable learning experience before our graduation. If we can go back alive, it must be a rare experience for everyone, not to mention that after this study trip we will to become a real ninja. We will also face all kinds of dangers in the future, so we must cheer up. Yes. The squad leader is under my protection. No. It should be protected by us. I am here to protect His Royal Highness Oasis Prince. Tamari. Konkuro. Did you see? My nephew is very popular with girls at the same age. Gaara. Is this the charm of a singer? Tamari. Bastard boy, it's so unmanly to be charming in this way. Killer Bee. Princess of Sanagakure, can I agree with your point of view that being good at singing and dancing has nothing to do with manliness? Conan. Wait a minute, Nanjin is actually the monitor? Isn't she an actress? Nagato. Ha ha ha, it seems that Nanjin's popularity is even higher than that of Boruto, and her reputation must be more cohesive, so she was elected as the monitor? Conan. Can this kid really do it? Not bad. As expected of my classmate at the same time. Uzumaki Nanjin is very pleased that everyone is united. These people are the future of the country of Vortex. Not only Uzumaki Nanjin, but also Uzumaki Naruto's other children are also happy. The spirit of the future ninjas of Uzumaki, but the face of Uzumaki reflects the achievements of their Uzumaki clan in ruling Uzumaki. Hey. The monitor laughed. So beautiful. Squad leader Mighty. Too much love. Damn it, I was so preoccupied with how to protect the squad leader just now, I didn't have time to take a picture of this beautiful smile. We are the same period as His Royal Highness Nanjin, this is a wish that no number of fans can dream of. Uzumaki Boruto doesn't care at all about the fact that his contemporaries are fans of Uzumaki Nanjin and Uzumaki Tento. This group of ninjas of the same period behaved so enthusiastically towards others in front of him. The air of Uzumaki, Boruto just felt warm in his heart. Because, Nanjin and Tiendo are his compatriots, his younger sister and younger brother Wan. As the eldest brother, Uzumaki Boruto is full of pride for the two. Big brother, Ino was about to speak, but was interrupted by Uzumaki Boruto. I plan to go out and talk to OFA. Hearing this, everyone immediately remained silent. For Uzumaki Boruto's decision, none of the other brothers and sisters disagreed with him. Afa's ideal is to build a big ship of his own. Then lead your own people to set up the largest transport fleet in the world, and experience the adventure of the sea with everyone while transporting goods. At first he didn't have any thought of war in his heart. Besides, if I can persuade OFA to continue his dream, there will be a transport fleet on the sea that can control the sea, so that the world can be guaranteed to have a transport fleet that can resist the sea 100%, and it will be more ensuring the safety of the cargo delivery process is definitely a good thing for the villagers in the coastal areas and for the shipping industry in the country of Uzumaki. This is beyond the expectations of the Beiming world audience. I thought that Uzumaki Boruto of the Black Naruto world was just as kind and innocent as Hinata, so he wanted to negotiate with the young master of the Fanado clan, Eva. Unexpectedly, Boruto of the Black Naruto world was also thinking about sailing for the country of Vortex. Senju Hashirama. Yo, Boruto boy's idea is very good. Senju Tobarama. Hey. The idea is not wrong. Boruto is indeed thinking about the nautical career of the country of Vortex, but it is still too naive. Uchiha Madara. HMPH. Since the Fanado clan dared to attack with an army, they didn't plan to discuss it with them. Tsunade. But I remember that in the future of our world, Boruto's actions really touched aka when he was forced to dive, aka rescued Boruto. The ending was perfect. Azuki Shien. Hey. All the Fanado clan in the world over there were killed by Ailu, Isn't that child Ailu too impulsive? Terumi Mei. Otherwise she was afraid that her behavior would make Boruto unhappy when she traveled back in time, so she must have been impulsive. Yamanaka Ino. But the children of Uzumaki Black Ming are really united. Fine. Brother has the final say. Uzumaki Ina shrugged indifferently. They have stopped. Brother, let me go out with you. With my ability, I can also help you find out what AFA really wants to do. I'll go with you too. On this rainy day, you can't let Big Brother face these pirates alone. Uzumaki Tiondo looks cold. Although he didn't object to Uzumaki Boruto's proposal, it can be seen from his expression that he doesn't have any affection for the Fanado clan. Let's go together. Uzumaki Yanjin raised his foot to follow, but was stopped by Boruto. Xiaoli, you all stay here. If anything happens, you have to protect the other students in the boat. Your Highness Boruto. All Konoha village ninja students were moved to tears when they heard the news. As a future ninja, I should have contributed to the country of Uzumaki. But no, we also have to go out with His Highness Boruto. Yes. It was agreed that you will be protected by us. Okay. Listen to His Royal Highness Boruto honestly, don't worry, he is the heir of our empire. How could something happen to him? Nanjin shook his head with a wry smile. If you all go out, it will be even more troublesome if something goes wrong. But His Royal Highness Nanjin. Everyone blushed at what Nanjin said. I feel very uncomfortable. Fortunately, Uzumaki Nanjin has superb coaxing skills, and said with a light smile, if you feel uncomfortable in your heart, you will practice harder in the days to come. Your duty is to protect the people of the Vortex Kingdom, not to protect our existence. Good guy. The audience in Beiming World was dumbfounded. Uzumaki Koronaru children's performance left them dumbfounded. Is this really something a kid of 12 or so can say? Uzumaki Boruto even showed his courage as the heir of Uzumaki, facing the menacing Fanado clan alone. He even threatened to ask other brothers and sisters to protect the students on the boat. This kind of behavior simply bought his own contemporaries completely. There is also Uzumaki Nanjin, the second daughter of Uzumaki Haiming, who raised the status of the Uzumaki clan in a few words. Although their Uzumaki clan is the ruler of this continent, their heart is to protect the safety of the people on the mainland. This high degree of awareness is not at all what the so-called daimyo once had. Shimura Danzo. Cut. It's really better than blue. They're lousy can fool people, and they learned Hei Ming's set at a young age. Utatane Kaharu. Danzo. Do you mean Koronaru's kids are cheating on their contemporaries? Shimura Danzo. Otherwise. Don't you see that Uzumaki Boruto and Uzumaki Nanjin singing together moved the children so much that they almost cried? Uzumaki Kushina. Uncle Danzo, what you said is meaningless. Those children are right. With their strength, they don't need protection at all. Mitokado Homura. It is true that there is no need for protection, but Uzumaki Nanjin's words obviously deliberately raised the image of their Uzumaki clan. Namikaze Minato. Counselor Yan, what you said is even more meaningless. Could it be that you, as the head of the Mito clan, allow people in your clan to discredit the Mito clan? Uzumaki Mito. Old guy, what are you? You are simply blind by choice. When Ailu and Jin went back to the past, they said that kid Hiyomaki hated people who relied on their ability to bully ordinary villagers. Saying that Hyoming is the ruler of this continent, isn't that for the sake of the villagers? Tobarama, look at the good apprentice you teach. Senju Tobarama. Sister-in-law. Yamanaka Ino. The children of Haimaru are all excellent. They have not become arrogant and domineering at all because of their identities, and Ino should be. Haruno Sakura. Okay Ino, don't get cheap and act good. Ina should be your child, and she seems to have inherited Kuroning's mind-reading skills. Yamanaka Ino. Little Sakura is really annoying. Maybe Ina is a perfect combination of the characteristics of Uzumaki and Yamanaka, so that she can read minds. I see that boy named Pinju with slightly pink hair. Haruno Sakura. I've never seen such a handsome boy, really. Whose child is this, so handsome? Yamanaka Ino. Okay, I admit that you have thicker skin than me. On the sea, heavy rain pours down. Uzumaki Boruto, Ina, Tento, 3 brothers and sisters set foot on the main battleship of the Funado clan. A FA is waiting for the 3 of them. Uzumaki Boruto. A FA, I haven't seen you for a while. Boruto looks solemn, forcing out a smile. Stop it. If you continue fighting like this, it will be of no benefit to anyone. I remember when we met at Kazekage dock. Uzumaki Boruto recalled the days when he and FA sat together to eat and talk, and said with a slightly embarrassed face, I still remember your ideal. You want to build the largest fleet in the world and lead your fellows to travel around the world while transporting goods. However, before Boruto finished speaking, there was a burst of crazy ridicule from the deck. Ha ha ha, you are Uzumaki Boruto, the heir to the Uzumaki Empire. I thought you were going to say something? It turned out to be useless nonsense. Funado Patriarch Araki stepped behind AFA. AFA said with a fierce face, it's really useless nonsense, Uzumaki Boruto. To tell you the truth, the reason why I stayed at the Kazekage dock was because I couldn't grow the gills that symbolize the Funado clan. I have low self-esteem, so I decided to escape from the Funado clan. But because of you, my sister, and the boat insects died. I will be reborn. A ray of anger shoots out of Afa's eyes. The next moment, the wind and waves in the sea became more severe. As Afa was angry, several waterspouts surrounded the boat in response to the sound of the waves. There are even a few waves of water that seem to be attached to life, and twined around Afa's side. The reason why I awakened this power is to avenge my sister and the others. But your sister and the others burned, killed and looted at sea, Boruto brother. Ina's temper was blunt. I will tell Afa the truth of the matter immediately. Unfortunately, Afa's expression didn't change. The father behind him, Huang Hai, laughed arrogantly. Our Funado family is the real people of the sea. Everything on this sea is a gift from the sea. Burn, kill and loot? Uzumaki Boruto, you seem to be wrong. Afa has the power to control the sea. He is the master of the sea, not your Uzumaki clan. Everything on the sea itself belongs to our Funado clan. Is that why you burned, killed and looted? Uzumaki Tiando was taken aback. He didn't expect the other party to find such a high-sounding reason. It's simply a strong word. Although Tiando really wanted to do it, but because of Boruto's presence, he could only look at Araki with contempt. Afa, I thought of a good idea. Since His Royal Highness Boruto wants to turn hostility into friendship with you, let him kill the brothers and sisters behind him, and let him experience the pain of losing a loved one. When Huang Hai's words fell, Afa was taken aback for a moment, but then said, this is indeed a good idea. Inside the cabin, everyone looked nervously at the people on the deck of the Funado battleship. As for what they are talking about, the wind and waves are too big and the distance is too far, and everyone can't hear them at all. At this moment, a figure suddenly appeared in the cabin. Hey! Believe in brother. Jin was stunned. Aren't you by mother's side? Uzumaki patted his head in embarrassment. You are all here, how can I? Then, along with the tearful letter, I saw Boruto in the rain outside the window. Brother, what is he doing? Several people spread their hands together, indicating that they are not clear. By the way, I forgot to tell you that the third sister is flying this way. Nani? The sudden occurrence of Uzumaki's letter startled Pinju next to him. Brother Shin, you mean the third sister is here? Allah? Lu. Nanjin was also taken aback. Then he showed a playful smile. Oh, it's a good show.